I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, and let's shout out the ladies because I see Susie. What's up, Susie? I know I see Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? And who else did I know I missed another one of the lovely ladies in the place with the style and the grace. Did I miss? I guess they'll show up later. Wait a minute. Lance, congratulations on your wife being pregnant. So excited, man. I tell you what, I remember when Michael and Michaela were born, my two kids, man. It seems like it was yesterday. My daughter just turned 29, time will fly by. Although, when your wife is going through those emotions and stuff, the time won't fly by. It won't fly by. You're going to go through some stuff, buddy. But congratulations, man. Enjoy the time with the kids. Dougie Fresh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. There's Lola. What's up, Lola? How you guys doing? I don't know. I'm ready to put out an APB for Michael Anthony Fitness. He has been gone. I don't know where my son has been. I just don't know. I ain't seen him. I've been working and busting the hump by myself and everything. I guess he's okay. So we're about to have this Eagles game on, and I got kind of ticked off today. Because I had a bunch of people. I keep hearing people talking about how bad the Dallas Cowboys are. Oh my God, the Cowboys, man, they're awful, man. I can't believe how bad we are. We stink. And I'm kind of like, you do know this is like preseason, right? These games don't count, right? You need a new live partner. You know what? Nobody likes to hang with me. Nobody likes to hang with me, man. Michael's I guess he's the ladies' man. He out there macking, I guess. Simba, I see you up in here. Simba, what's up, man? Simba, I might need some help from you because I know you are one of the moderators on Discord. And I'm looking at doing something, and I want to know if you want to help out, because I've had a lot of people come to me and say that they want to be able to do, call-in shows. And I've done call-in shows where, I use my cell phone, which is not a problem to use a cell phone, with my Google number. And, that way they're not calling my regular number, but they still have my Google number. And I'll do a live stream, and people will be calling like 3-4 hours later thinking it's still live. So I found out through Discord that you can actually set up the whole system where they call in onto the Discord and you have different rooms so you can have somebody actually check and see if they're a troll. I've had some trolls before, and but the thing is I need some people to help do this, to help check out the calls on Discord. So let me know if you're interested or not. As long as you're not taking out, you know what, Roz, Packer Nation, Packer.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
You're getting as bad as Philadelphia with the whole Philadelphia hate. How many times are we going to talk about Cowboys and hookers, okay? How many times are we going to talk about Malik Hooker? They need lots of money to pay for their hooker. Come on, man. Let it go. Oh, look. And what I did it. Philadelphia underdogs is literally like Beetlejuice. If you say Beetlejuice, he'll appear. You say Philadelphia underdogs, he'll appear. God damn. So far, 36% of people on here think Cowboys will miss the playoffs. Well, Philadelphia, I'm sure you're part of that 36%. I can guarantee you are. Mark Holmes, let's go Cowboys. What's Deontay? I heard the craziest thing. You may have seen my video earlier today. But I got to bring this back up because this was some stupid shit. I mean, this is beyond Skip Bayless stupid shit that I heard today. I'm just going to play the clip.
I turn off the rap music, first of all, because I think it's distracting for Cam here. Because in between every throw, he's dancing.
I did see Karen Garigian of the Herald tweeting about that as he took the field. He's doing it in between drills, you're saying.
Yeah.
He makes a throw, and then the music's still cranking. I know you can hear it faintly in the background here.
I think it's distracting for you.
No, it's when they play Bon Jovi. That's like the only. No, I'm kidding. But he can't help himself to where Mac looks like he came to work again. Like he's here to work, and everything's attention to detail. But
again, is that
style?
What I was going to say? Is that atypical? That none of this sounds atypical from Cam.
Nothing different. Nothing different.
Well, that's what he does then, right? I mean, so I would. It would be to me. It would be more noteworthy if he was doing something that was out of character. Like it sounds like he's doing all the same stuff, which means he might be first through the drills, which I don't like. I don't like at all. By the way, we got a tweet from Brady, and I think this is a good point. You said yesterday, Zoe, you would be pissed if Cam worked with the ones today.
Yes.
So why the change of heart?
What a
because
fucking
I think
idiot.
they need to take a hard look at him. I think it's decision week, really. Like just because what happened yesterday, I think you need one more look at Cam, just to say, you know what, I need confidence in my decision. I'm going to go with Mac here. I need to see that Cam didn't take the 5 days off serious, that he came out, he's still jacking around. Just looks like Mac came to work today and he didn't.
So you're kind of with me. You still think it's going to be Cam?
I think
he hasn't lost the job yet.
Is that crazy? Wait, hold up. So this guy, Scott Zolak, just seeing on the news here that the Eagles Jets game was actually moved to 8 o'clock because they're getting a whole lot of rain. I know we had a rainstorm that came through here that was like hell. I mean, it was like biblical. So it's going to be another half an hour before that starts. Somebody was bringing up the Jay Williams show with Bart. What's his name on here? Literally talking about they're going to ride Dak Prescott, basically targeting. Basically saying let's be a cheap shot artist, and because we can't beat you straight up. We're going to go get you. I'll put that in the kitty here too. I'm working here solo, but we try and bring you everything you guys are looking for. But why is it there's so many idiot quarterbacks?
Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint. And I probably am guilty of this. Can take numbers and skew them any way we want. We often can take numbers and we'll fit them into the narrative that we want to try and paint.
Why is it that we always get quarterbacks? Because this guy, Scott Zolak, was a backup. We talking about a backup in New England for like 8 years and had like 1,300 yards, 8 TDs, and 7 interceptions. Somehow he's the expert and knows that Cam Newton, his issues are that he dances between plays. I ain't never heard no shit like that ever before. I'm sorry. And then they put in there, Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi's okay. Bon Jovi's okay. If you were dancing and listening to Bon Jovi, that's okay, but not rap music. Are you serious? Why is it we get like, David Carr, never was guy who literally got beat to death with the Texans, and I think he got sacked too many times. I think he's got more brain damage than I did, being the hot man on special teams on kickoffs. But they are trotted out like they are actually, here it is. I'm watching NFL Network. We got Kurt Warner. I'll listen to Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner, yeah, he's a guy that's done something. If he says something about Dak, you take that to heart because he understands coming from nothing and becoming, an MVP and a Hall of Famer. I can get that. But Scott Zolak is up here saying that, Cam Newton, I'm not saying Cam Newton is a Hall of Famer, but he was league MVP. He's been to a Super Bowl. He's done great things. What have you done? How do you think you have the right to be able to criticize somebody like that? We can make numbers say anything. You're right about that. And the kids with that dang rap music, hats on backwards, sagging. Roz, come on, man. Stop trying to be funny. So somebody was asking about Bart Scott's comment about, basically Let's cheat shot Dak because we can't beat him straight up.
Confidence in that leg. He has it. Listen, he potentially one of the most dirty. Okay, not play. You talk about I'm a habitual line stepper. Well, that original line stepper is Ndamukong Suh. If Ndamukong Suh can get a monkey back ride from Dak Prescott and jump on his back to make him test and see if that leg is fully healed, he's gonna do it, right? If I'm playing the Dallas Cowboys, I'm gonna play Dak Prescott like a pocket quarterback because I dare you to run. I dare you to run. I dare you to give us the angle so our cornerbacks or our linebackers can run you down and hit you low in that leg and see how confident you are.
In other words, I'm a cheap shot.
Tom Brady, fresh off the knee injury. We put every single blitz we had up the A-gap because we knew that he was going to be afraid to plant that leg and sit that leg out there that had just got knocked out by Pollard because he planted and he had it exposed. So we put everything there, and all those balls were selling, especially early in the season. They were selling because he didn't want to set into it. Will Dak Prescott have the confidence to step into his throws? And also now he has a hurt shoulder. I'm tackling his arms. You know what tackling your arms mean? You know what tackling arms mean? That means you ain't going to have nothing to stop you from falling. I'm going to drive that shoulder through the turf.
He'll just
What an asshole.
And slice and dice.
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying,
and then, hold on. This ain't going to get
please,
no
come on,
bums. This ain't going to get no bums. I'm going to press you then. You ain't getting those, son, because guess what? We playing press coverage. Now what you going to do?
CD can run some routes.
I don't care what he can do.
Amari's healthy now.
Oh,
I'm just saying, like you said, the who, like the Cowboys don't have weapons. The Cowboys got weapons, and by the way,
offensive line is healthy.
Bingo, a healthy offensive line and a rejuvenated Ezekiel Elliott. What do you say? So Zeke, like last year, they said he lost 10, 15 pounds in the offseason. Do we know how hard it is to lose 15 pounds in like a couple of months? It's not easy.
Like not eating carbs. That's
It's
all
not
it is.
with dedication.
Don't eat carbs.
It's dedication.
Like, go into ketosis. Like I can lose 10 pounds in a week. You want to see?
Let's come back on this show.
Right.
Let's see if you lost
Don't
15
go
pounds.
into ketosis.
The point that I'm trying to make is this. The simple point I'm trying to make is this. The Cowboys don't have to rely on Dak Prescott early in the season. Yes, he's coming off of a leg injury, and he's coming off of a shoulder injury. They don't have to rely on him. They have 3 of their starting 5 offensive linemen are coming back. Dominant offensive linemen. They have a running game as well. Dominant. So they won't have dominant. They won't have to rely on. They don't have to rely on Dak Prescott early on. The only reason I say you don't have to rely on him early on is because yes, coming off of an injury, people say he hadn't played in all these days. Yes, things may sail a little bit. Yes, it may take time to get back into your rhythm. I understand you played Tampa Bay week 1. I don't think a lot of people expect him to win with a healthy Dak, anyways. So like let's just make that clear. The biggest point I see is this: the Cowboys have a chance to win this division, especially with a healthy Dak. So I respect the fact that the trainers and the staff and the coaches kept him out for as long as they kept him out. It's probably been about 2-3 weeks now. The first was day to day. We don't know. And Kyle Shanahan said it best, and I'll kind of rest my case here. He said, "What benefit do I have in telling all of you or any of you who my starting quarterback is going to be? All that does is allow for teams to start game planning."
Yep.
So that's what he said. It makes total sense. What benefit do the Cowboys have in telling us how long Dak will or will not be healthy 2, 3, 4 weeks ago? The only benefit that the Cowboys have is getting a healthy Dak Prescott on week 1 when they play Tampa Bay, even if they lose that game, which everyone expects them to lose. Even the Cowboys faithful. I grew up in Dallas, right? Even the Cowboys faithful expect them to lose. I mean, that's a little
not me.
They probably win every game. Having a healthy Dak like later is better than trying to get him back right now.
But have you ever had an injury early in preseason?
I have.
Vado, what's up?
Did it ever get better?
Well, no. I'm so glad you asked that question, Bart. So in 2013, I was playing for the Arizona Cardinals. We were playing the Saints. I just sacked Drew Brees, and I broke my leg 2 quarters later. I sacked him in the first half, broke my leg, broke my fibula in the third quarter, and recovered. That was week 4 of the season, early in the season, similar to when Dak got injured. Broke a fibula, didn't protrude from the skin, but it happened.
Valerie Scott.
Fast forward to the next year, right? We do all the things. And all of a sudden, my leg's not feeling great, but I got I had some back issues.
Okay.
Right? Like my lat was, people don't understand, like your whole body is connected.
Compensation.
Alan S., welcome back.
Your body is connected. So like though my left ankle, my fibula was broken, it got all these things, all of a sudden, like my back is hurting. And all of a sudden, when I'm doing my rehab, they're not working on my ankle. They're working on my back and my lats. And so when Dak got hurt, it made sense that, like athletes, like Bart said, are the ultimate compensators. If you have an injury here, you'll figure it out. Another, you know what I mean? Like, so that's what I see here with this injury, Dak compensating. That's why I respect the fact that the Cowboys sat him for as long as they did. and that he's healthier now. He's in 7-on-7 for the first time. He looks really good. So
To you, he looks good.
Not to me, to Ezekiel Elliott, his teammate, who said he looks amazing.
Zeke got pom-poms, right? He's sitting up there, hey, because he wants everybody to focus on that.
Alicia.
On the fact that he's a $90 million running back in a position where he's not even the top 5 running back in the league anymore, and he's taking all the cheese off the taco. He knows he's a candidate.
He got the cheese. That's why, you know what it's like to get paid. You know what it's like to get paid. But
he's a candidate next year to take a pay cut.
No.
Stop right there. Bart Scott. Mr. I'll take Teddy Bridgewater over Dak Prescott. Yes. He said that. Stop right there about the whole candidate thing. Okay. Let me clarify something because, see, we have all kinds of things. Why does my head look crooked? Maybe my head's crooked. Is that what it is? My head's crooked? That feels crooked, but it looks like it's straight. I don't do hats too often. And now you know why. Interesting thing. I want to clarify something for you guys. Zeke Elliott restructured contract. Understand, he didn't reduce, restructured. By that means we end up moving the money around. He didn't get any less money. If anything, this sets him up to get more money because they took the money that was slated to be paid this year. His compensation was $9.6 million. So they took 8.6 of it and they said, we're going to convert that into a signing bonus, give that to you, or you've already got it. You probably didn't actually get a check. But what it is, it's just a way of accounting. They just moved that 8.6 and divided it up by all the years that are left. So that means there's more money on next year's cap number. So his cap number next year is, I want to say, $18 million. So he's got a low dollar value for this year, but he's got like an $18 million hit next year. Okay? And then each of the years after that, it's another $2 million. So basically, that kind of locks you into next year having to keep Zeke. Regardless of what happens this year, you got to keep him because it's $30 million to let him go next year. The year after that, it's only $11 million. So basically, you've locked yourself in for 2 years. And I don't think, some people are like, oh, maybe they're going to trade. They're not going to trade. Nobody's going to trade for that contract right now. Nobody's going to. And not unless you're going to pay the contract, and that's where we are with Jalen Smith, which is like, oh, the Cowboys should trade Jalen Smith. Well, you're going to pay him whether you keep him, whether you cut him, or you trade him. You are stuck with that money for Jalen Smith, so you're not going to be able to trade him. So, Bart Scott saying they're going to run him like DeMarco Murray this year, and then they're going to cut him go. No, they're not, because you can't. You've set the die that he is going to be your back next year and this year.
They coming to him next year. He's got to pay Gallup.
Bingo.
So he's trying to make sure when it works, 2 words in an athlete's life: greatest shape of my life.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
the word. Like when you hear that, listen, you better get ready to walk that mile. Like greatest shape of my life. I lost 10 pounds.
But you know what it's like to get paid, right? You know what it's like to get paid. No, but before, so like Zeke was grinding. Got paid, got lazy. That happens. Not just in football, in life. You get paid, oftentimes you get lazy. You saw what happened with Zeke last year, fumbling the rock. I was watching those games. It was embarrassing.
Too hard. He was trying too
and he was
hard.
out of shape. He admitted it. So now he's like, bro, I saw what happened last year. I saw what happened to our quarterback, to our team. I am rededicated. And so Zeke's not. Go ahead.
He's going to be DeMarco Murray. They're gonna run Zeke into the ground, and they're gonna either ask him to take a pay cut or they're gonna cut his ass.
But let's just quickly get back to the Dak conversation though, because as you guys talked about the compensation of the injury, right? Yes. And that's the thing to worry about with Dak, which is what the Cowboys are worried about. Listen to what Robert Griffin III said yesterday on Get Up when he was talking about the injury with Dak. Now it's the shoulder now, but he said he's not really as concerned about the shoulder as he is the ankle.
The shoulder injury, back injury that Dak is dealing with is more of an overuse injury. So if he can rest it up like they're doing and keep him out of the preseason games, he'll be ready to roll for the regular season. But what concerns me more is the leg injury from last year. Just making sure that he's healthy enough to go out there and play the way that he wants to play the game. But once you make that transition and you're back on the field, it actually flips on its head and it becomes 10% physical. So
that's why I thought it gets crazy here.
Some of these injuries throughout his body like he's dealing with right now with the shoulder. I want them to be able to ease him back into it.
Did you guys agree with that point, that the shoulder is not the concern? Is he as confident with that ankle when he gets into live action?
Listen, I had total reconstruction of my big toe. So I have tendonitis in my opposite leg, right? So listen, this is just the beginning. If he's not healthy now, wait till we get to week 8. Listen, he's going to fall apart, right? He's going to have to figure out how to compensate.
He's going to fall apart.
Things. That's why they have to lead on Ezekiel Elliott, because Dak Prescott's not going to be able to carry them to the finish line this year. It takes more than a year to heal up because he's got to adjust to the readjustment.
That's why you sit him all preseason.
Right. I don't care about this in the preseason. What I hate is the fact that defense is what's getting him ready for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That defense can't fight his way out of a wet paper bag, and now he's going to go against a real defense. So him looking at the speed of that defense ain't preparing him for nothing. He's going to see week 1.
I love that Sam was concise. Sam was concise.
No, you said it beforehand.
That was
you said y'all got to be quick. If you didn't say that, I'd have been longer and said all my points.
All right, so it's clear that he is truly a hater of Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys and stuff. Mark, news channels be popping before the TV. That damn TV's got a rot kid's brain. Don't sit so close. Okay, moving right along here. Interesting thing that, I can't remember his name from Get Up. He was saying that the Cowboys, they don't have top 20 receivers. Zeke Elliott, he's not a top 5 running back. The offensive line, isn't a top 3 offensive line. But see, here's the thing that's kind of interesting. See, generally speaking, what you want to be is a balanced offense. People will say, you know what, I want to see Zeke Elliott rush for 2,000 yards. Not me, because that will be the end of his career. If you look at the numbers for when somebody runs for 2,000 yards, unless it's Adrian Peterson, who's not human, I think he's an alien, they drop off the face of the earth. They just do. And typically that means you're not able to really pass the football real well. So people say, hey, let's see if Dak Prescott can get 6,000 yards. That means we are playing like close games that we have to just keep winning as track meets. What I want to see is Zeke Elliott with about 1,300 yards. I want to see Dak Prescott with about 4,500 yards. I want to see all of my receivers all right about 1,000 yards apiece or so. You know what I'm saying? I want to be balanced where we are killing people death by 1,000 cuts. So if you decide as a defensive coordinator, you keep them up at night and say, hey, who are we going to stop? Okay, all right, put 8 men in the box and try and take Zeke out the way. Okay, no problem. Then I'm going deep. I'm going to go one-on-one with CD, Michael Gallup, and Amari Cooper. Challenge you to be able to stop him one-on-one. Challenge you. Go ahead, put 8 men in the box. If you don't put 8 men in the box, if you try and play double coverage on, Amari Cooper, then I can run the football. If Zeke's having a bad day, I got Tony Pollard I can put in there. If that's not working, hey, I can hit CD in the slot, or hell, CD could be anywhere. He plays all 3 positions. And if you try and somehow are able to stop Amari Cooper and Amari Cooper and CD, hey, I'll go one-on-one long to Michael Gallup. I want to distribute the ball equally so I don't have any all-pros per se on the team. If you think back to 2016, Troy Daniels. What's up, Troy? How you doing, man? Shout out the first.
Take the money out! All of it!
If you think back to 2016, Dak Prescott's first year, Jason Witten had about 800 yards. Cole Beasley had like 700, and Dez had about 900. It was consistent across the board. Who do you stop? That's actually what you want. So, him saying, oh, it's not a number one. Oh, well, yeah, because we're not just feeding one guy. We're feeding multiple. It is collectively the best group of people together. That's how you get. And Pollard, that would be great. Pollard with 800 yards too. That would be great. Troy Daniels. So it's just interesting listening to stuff. And one thing I've noticed lately, and I had tried to stay away from it, Skip Bayless tries to act like he is Cowboy fan numero uno, but now his thing is Tampa Bay is going to kill the Cowboys. They've got no chance in the world, but I'm a Cowboy fan. I've noticed with Skip Bayless that every time there's a segment about Dak Prescott, he's got to say Dak Prescott got $75 million this year. Even though his cap number is only $22 million. Even though Carson Wentz got $32 million just to say, the Eagles are paying Carson Wentz $32 million just to say, get the fuck out. Excuse my language, but that's literally how I feel. That's what they did. They are paying Carson Wentz $32 million to leave. And the whole thing is if you call him on that and say, well, it's cap hits only, but it's going to get bigger later. Yeah. Well, Josh Allen's is pretty big too. You guys know that? But you don't hear anybody talking about how much money he got. And you also don't hear about him saying that, his numbers before he got Diggs were just average. I don't know why they're always that way with Dak Prescott, but they just are. So, excuse me. I got a little bit of a cough here. Let me check and see. We've got actually the dingbat. Hold up. Let's see what the dingbat. Now here's where it's going to be interesting. And back to preseason too. So the Jets are 2-0. Jets are 2-0. The Texans are 2-0 in preseason. Does anybody out there
from kickoff?
Does anybody out there think that those guys are good teams?
Where's Blaze? Blaze of Madden. You got to know when Johnny Blaze is
Let's see, check it.
town.
Let's check it.
What's happening, brother? How are you?
Their game got postponed for a bit because of
Philly,
heavy rain.
I caught you in 4K talking crap about the Eagles. Hey, look, I've talked a lot of crap about the Eagles. When I get pissed off, I let it out. I always say
that he does.
Anything that I say in a raw reaction, like after a game or something, you got to give me a little bit of slack because I don't hold back my tongue. I can't help it. So I might have said they stink or something. Might have happened, but I'm not ashamed of anything I say. I don't. Anything I say is just raw real emotion. Sometimes I go overboard, I'm sure. I fire Howie. Fucking fire motherfucker. Stupid motherfucker. I'll say this about Ben Simmons.
What an idiot.
What an idiot. Shooting 3-pointers now and getting video. What an idiot. Shooting. I don't care. I don't believe it. He'll never do it when it matters. Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass. I don't know if we'll win. He's stupid. Winning really means winning. I fire his ass. It's a whatchamacallit. I fire his ass. What I would. Howie's got to be stupid.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him. Appreciate that so much. Am I coming okay? Am I here? Is the setup working okay? We're gonna have 16
like he said, he ends. He's raw emotion. He's raw emotion here. So
I couldn't agree with you more. Fulham over Umbrella Man.
Yeah.
Yes. The rain makes
you mean ransack?
Umbrella Man's gonna go off tonight.
I'd fire his ass. Okay, so we'll keep the. We'll put his sound down until after the game starts.
I haven't liked him so far. The Eagles game was suspended.
All right. What?
I didn't hear it get suspended yet, but it was delayed because of storm. I'm assuming they're still going to play.
It was bad. I tell you what, East Coast, we've had some bad flood warnings till 11 o'clock tonight.
Michael says Professor GW might get 100 yards. You think so?
All right, so I suck. Jadis Young, what do you mean? Why do I suck? What? You haven't seen all of the clips of Philly 500 of me in my workshop? I'm Mark Holmes, okay? I'm Mark Holmes' bitch. You know what? I'm going to say something to you mother humpers, man. You Eagle fans, some of you guys are a bunch of punk-ass biatches, okay? Because you can dish it out, but you can't seem to take it. Seriously. Are you really that soft? You're really that soft because I played that clip of Philly 500 that I suck. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Are you serious? In talking to Philly 500, wait, I tell you what. Yeah, this drives me crazy because, see, this is actually a friendly rivalry between me and Philly 500. Let me pull. Hold up. I got so many damn text messages. So I'm gonna hide Philly's number, but if you look at right there, okay, the blue ones are me. I sent him the video, one of the videos and stuff, and just to say, hey, what do you think of this? Before I put it up, you see the laughing faces. It's hilarious. He's like, that's hilarious. And I said in here, I said, the sad thing is that people get mad at me for this and think that I'm being mean to you. And your own guy says people are too sensitive. I think it's funny. Wait until you see what I have coming for you. And I said, I'm sure. He said, it's about 30% done. It takes a lot of work on this one. I said, I'm going to do more of these most interesting man videos. I said, next up is Pizzle. And he said, I love it. So I'm like, we're good with this. But for some reason, you Eagle fans are just so sensitive, man. Grow a pair. Man up. Damn. These are just jokes. Seriously. Y'all need to just chill a little bit. You can honestly tell me as an Eagle fan that you've never seen Philly 500 do anything like that to me. Are you really going to say that? Chase Young just waiting for y'all. Well, Brian, Brian, I have something for you guys, actually, for you Washington fans. I haven't released it yet. I recorded Rio. Okay, Rio. He's a Washington YouTuber. He's fairly new, but he is actually a fan ambassador for the Washington football team. We had about a 20-minute conversation and stuff, and he's going to be doing some stuff on the channel and things. We're trying to get the rivalry going together and stuff. So shout out to you Washington football fans. See, at least, I can say stuff about Washington fans and they don't get butthurt. They'll at least come back. You Eagle fans, you go run and hide and make a channel and try and put some videos up without your name on it because you're little punk asses. Come on, stop being punks. Come on, man. This is just football talk on YouTube. It's jokes. It's jokes. Relax. Eagles are butthurt. I mean, look at the stuff Philadelphia always posts in here. Seriously. What are you doing? What are you doing, Philly? Oh, my God. What are you doing? Slasher, yes, I'm here. I like Mark's content. Is that a problem? Mark, trust me, Eagle fans are least sensitive, but they are passionate fans in the world. Are the least, I don't know, Philadelphia. I'm serious. I do something and it's like the people. I literally get people cussing me out. I'm like, Eagle fans. It's like, Eagle fans. Do you understand? I went to an autograph signing show. Went through Eagle fans to get Miles Sanders' autograph and Jalen Hurts on one of those Joe Bardys right there. Okay. Didn't charge Philly 500 for it. Did it out of the kindness of my heart and sent it to him. And y'all say, oh, you're so mean to Philly 500. Hurts was like $120 for his autograph. Miles Sanders was like $65. I mean, seriously, it wasn't like I'm mean to the guy. I'm beating him down or burning down his house. That's the way y'all jackasses act. I just can't understand it. Moving on. I'm from North Philly, and all Eagle fans. Oh, yeah. I tell you what. That's one thing Hawk is not. Hawk is not soft. Hawk will kick your ass in a minute. I'm just wondering though. It's just like Eagle fans. It's just been kind of crazy. let's check in and see. The game is actually supposed to have started.
I hate the Penguins. Yeah, Penguins and the
Penguins.
Devils
Penguins
and the Rangers are the 3 teams I hate the most. Lamont says 500. I see the Eagles winning 14 games this year. You 14. I don't think they're going to win 14. I hope. I mean, it would be great. I see them winning.
Are you stupid or something? I'm so stupid as a stupid does.
People say that I'm delusional for saying.
Are you crazy?
I think that's a fair.
Did you?
That's a fair thing to say.
Was I the only one that heard that?
I got the Eagles starting off.
An Eagle fan thinks the Eagles are going to win 14 games.
Starting off 2-0. Then they're going to come into a rough stretch of like 3 or 4 games, I think, and they're going to lose some. I think that's what's going to happen.
He literally said the Eagles are going to win 14 games.
Super chat, my man. I appreciate it. He says,
okay.
Have you decided which Giants
starting
jersey
now.
You're wearing when the Giants play the Eagles?
So it's on NFL
time.
Game Pass,
and
I have it.
Van Dog's going to be wearing the Eric Allen jersey. Don't you worry about it. He's going to be wearing it.
Okay.
I don't have to wear a jersey. I just have to wear.
All right, cool. It's about to start.
And a hat,
Trucker's Life. What's up, Trucker's Life? Definitely check out my man Trucker's Life's YouTube channel. Make sure you drop the link in there, my man.
Mark Pavaro jersey. That I might
Philly smoking something, you know.
Only Giant fan I ever like.
Philly, but see, look, Philly 500 is my dog. Okay. Philly 500 is my dog.
He retired. No, Deshaun is playing for the Rams. He's for the Rams. I don't know how healthy he is or anything going on.
I mean, literally,
he's playing with the Rams.
Mark Holmes, I'm coming for your meat.
Welcome, man. Check out the background.
He's coming for my meats. I'm respectable. Gonna say one team in the division will win. Nah, Dante. I don't think anybody's winning 14 in our division. I think 11-6, maybe 12-5. The game is on Game Pass here. It's at 8 o'clock. It's going to be the Kansas City game on NFL Network. So I'm watching it actually on NFL Game Pass.
For the feed to show up.
He's waiting. He's waiting.
Come in yet. Come on, let's start this game.
He's getting nervous. So I'm curious. Now, keep in mind.
They're going right now. I hope they're playing. Game starting.
Keep in mind the Jets are 2-0, and the Eagles are 0-2. If the Eagles lose this one,
Game Pass hasn't opened.
And the Jets win, are y'all going to say that the Jets are a good team?
No.
I'm watching.
Come on.
On Strikeout. Okay.
Still waiting.
Kayla, how are you doing, Kayla? What's up, Kayla? And 10-7 wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
Talking about the season, he talked about Friday. I forgot the Eagles were playing Friday, not Thursday. So we'll have to definitely get with him and do it. Yeah, no doubt.
Let me check something here real quick.
You know, if he wants to come on, no doubt. You know, he can come on. Philly 500, we have the same birthday. Dewey, June 2nd? Pretty cool.
I'm gonna okay.
Awesome.
So let me ask this question real quick.
We win in division for sure.
How many of y'all think that? What do you think of New England last year?
Cowboys aren't the only Cowboys.
Do you think that New England was a good team last year?
Being honest, the Cowboys should win the division. They have the better quarterback and probably better offense than every other team. But you don't know about Washington. I don't like their quarterback play. But I don't think that any of them are that good. Dak with his shoulder.
Did he just say the Cowboys win the division?
This division. I don't think they're going to Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to NFC Championship game. But I think they could get to the first round of playoffs. First 3, yeah. Sean Fitzpatrick, absolutely. Yes.
That might be the kiss of death.
June 2nd, man. That's cool. June 2nd, man. Shout out
Christy Marie. How you doing, Christy Marie?
You're the only person I know that has the same birthdays. That's cool.
Roz, you need to. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. At the 42-minute mark, 42-minute mark, I think that should be a TikTok. I think that should be a TikTok that we put out there, and blow that up. Let me in fact write that down. The 42-minute mark.
One that is either beating us or we have contention with.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut that out. Ross, like, I'm taking that clip. Oh, man.
You know, it is.
Why would you torment yourself? No full-time job. Captain Taki, what are you talking about?
Build up. Like I tell you,
I have multiple things that I do. I'm constantly, from the time I get up in the morning till the time I go to bed, if you're talking about me. Philly 500 just cursed your season. You might.
They would just beat us. Even they could be,
you know what? No, actually, the thing he just said, I don't know. We'll have to, last year, we'll see. We'll see.
Hated that team. And
we'll see.
Just because they would beat us.
But he also said he thinks the Eagles are going to win the division. So, it cancels its shit out. It cancels out.
Why don't you believe in the Eagles? No, Nate.
Yes, Alan S. We caught Philly 500 saying that the Cowboys would win the division.
You're so young. There's so many young things, right? You have a first-year coach.
So many young things.
Got young receiver, rookie wide receiver.
You got ass receivers.
I think
damn, that was a hit.
I think they're going to come along.
Okay, all right. It has started.
Honest, I think
the Eagles get the ball first. Let's see.
I don't know that they're ready there yet. I think they're a few years away. But I think we're building up.
Take some patience, bro. Philly is funny.
And I hope that I am.
Keith Diaz, what part do you not understand? We do not. Well, Keith Diaz, it's funny that you don't like me, Diaz. But you're obsessed with me, Keith. You come in crying. We hate we. Who's we? Who's the we? Keith. We know you've come in. You get blocked and you come in with a new profile. We know. Okay, we know you, Toby. We know you, Keith. We know you, other things that you hide behind the keyboard. That you're one of those soft ass punks. That's okay. You keep saying we don't like you, Mark Holmes. Yet you're obsessed by me. Okay, what's up with that? I'm married, bro. I'm married. Sorry, I'm taken.
If anybody has.
Oh boy.
This game start, let me know. But as far as I can
I'm shocked too.
Oh, here it is. Is this it?
He's the new George Costanza. Come on. Does she know about shrinkage? Okay. Philly drinking too much of the Kool-Aid.
Came up on my thing.
All right, let's see. Let me check into the game here. I'm sitting here going off on Diaz.
So they got Rager in.
Oh, Phil, I told you. Look, he's my brother from another mother, okay? In fact, our skin complexion, look at it. We're not that far. We both have that round face. He's just got more facial hair than I do. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? Yeah, we related. All right. 2nd and 6 for the Eagles from the 42-yard line.
Andre stinking Dillard is on. I got it, guys. It's on. I got it.
It's right on. Up.
We good to go.
3rd down and 3.
Let me get my.
I say Brian Harding. I'd say a lot of things on the Eagles are a problem.
2nd and 6.
So Hurts will not play in preseason.
At the 47-yard
Funny how I don't hear Skip Bayless saying that Hurts needs to play in preseason.
Is Devontae in? No. Here's Flacco getting pressure.
You know what? I think I see it.
Gets around the edge.
Happy Friday to you, Michael Kirk. What do you think about New Orleans? You know what the question will be is, will Shameless Winston, and people are acting like they're surprised that he won the job. Oh, Eagles offense.
Oh yeah, Bruno.
Eagles just got a touchdown. They are not held out.
Yes,
the Eagles get on the board.
600 people in this mother humper. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for being here.
Listen,
3rd and 2 for the Eagles.
Only one of you is a dingbat, Mark. Okay. Shout out to you, Derek. What's up, man? How you doing? Look.
35-30. 25-20. 10-5. Touchdown, Boston Scott. Nice play right out backfield.
Look how happy he is. Look how happy he is. That was Dirty Boston.
There you go.
All right.
Boston Scott, a lot of missed tackles on that play. So the Eagles score 3rd and 2 at midfield. He just hit Boston Scott.
Brother Russ, wait a moment, Mark. Wait a moment for what?
Missed tackle. Touchdown, Scott. Timothy Looper, my man.
New Orleans will beat Green Bay week 1. Put your money on it. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Winston looked really, really good. I cannot lie. He came out there and he was humming the football. The question will be will he get back to 30 for 30 where he turns over the ball? That has been the key on him. If he can keep his turnovers, fumbles, and interceptions below 20, then they'll be great. If he's over that, then it starts getting dicey. 2 missed tackles. Yeah, but we're talking about the Jets.
Stupid scoreboard here.
The Jets are not like New England. Let's be clear on that. You hear him saying that the Eagles will win the division and turn around and say the Cowboys will. He doesn't go by dingbat for nothing.
It worked. My scoreboard worked. All Scott wants to make this team. Flacco had a nice throw. Flacco's amazing. All his touchdown passes come.
Oh, Lordy, here we go. Flacco was amazing now. Okay.
Nice drive.
Ew, that was nasty. What was nasty?
Yes, I actually got the scoreboard to work. You don't know how hard that was for me. How many hours it took for me to do it. And then each week, right before we do a stream, I'm like, how do I do it again? And
Lordy, Philly, you really are a dingbat. Let's be real, man. Can we see how the division shapes up? And we'll see who doesn't have depth. That's true. I can agree with you on that one, Dante. And quite frankly, don't take a whole lot of stock at what you're seeing in preseason here. Most teams aren't playing anybody. There's 14 starting quarterbacks that have played no snaps this preseason. 14.
I'll take it. No question about it.
So you have no idea how a team's going to respond. Now, I'm surprised how much Pat Mahomes has played. Pat Mahomes is out there, of course, against the Vikings. But not that many of them have played. So we got the Chiefs and Vikings on as well. Pat Mahomes is out there. First down on the 34-yard line.
Well, it is preseason, you know what I mean? I would have flipped out if it was Fulgham, but he ain't even in yet.
Now, I'm going to say something here, y'all. I just watched Pat Mahomes sidearm it, boom, to Travis Kelce for about 25 yards. Somehow his sidearms don't look the same as Ben DiNucci's. They just don't look the same. Oh, my God.
I still want to.
He sidearmed.
I want it to be neater.
He literally sidearmed that about 25 yards.
Are the Jets playing their stars?
Oh, David, damn. Eagles scored a TV against the unemployed. Well, this is the Consolation Bowl. Let's be clear. We're not playing our starters, although Kansas City is playing Pat Mahomes. We are going to put out guys that, we're going to see if they can play and are worth holding on to.
2 minutes, 49 seconds. I love it.
And the Jets run back to the 30-yard line there. Nice run back.
If you go in there and fill out like a 7-day trial, you can watch it. Just cancel.
You better make sure. It's hard to cancel. I'm going to tell you. I did that 3 years ago, and I keep forgetting to cancel it. And every August 4th, they take my money.
Membership stuff. So that's where. All right, here's the kickoff.
Oh, God, Mark. Pittsburgh wasn't New England.
Nice return to the 30.
Oh, snap. Okay, well, Pat Mahomes.
What happened?
Pat Mahomes came out there and kicked the. Oh, my God. He just did like a 45-yard touchdown pass. I think he's done for the night. He looks like he's in.
Josh Johnson is the quarterback.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Wilson.
Wow.
No question about it.
Pat Mahomes is the real deal.
Yeah, you two got the game.
Eagles 7-0. If you actually look at the top of Philly 500's feed there, he's got a scoreboard.
Johnson, first down. Eagles got all back.
I should be the first one to start. Captain Caveman. Okay, the sidearm. Well, again, Pat Mahomes does it. It's cool. Pat Mahomes does a sidearm. I'm cool with it because he's good. Ben DiNucci does it. Yeah, not quite so much. Yeah, Pat Mahomes is he's ready. He's ready. He does not need to play anymore.
Let's go. At the 34.
He is good to go.
Back to pass. He's looking. He throws. Caught for a first down for a few. Let's see.
All right, so if you're worried about Dak Prescott being the leader, Miss Jackie just sent me a clip of Dak Prescott breaking down the team. Dak has been slinging it all over the place. Touchdown passes to Amari Cooper and Noah Brown. Looking good.
I wish I knew it was on YouTube.
We got a whole lot of hate from a lot of the talking heads. They're saying that he's not going to be ready, but he's going to be okay. He's going to be okay.
Oh, here's Johnson rolls out.
And here it is. The Jets are already at the 40-yard line against the Eagles.
Nick, thank you, man. He says, pound, bring back Nate Gary. Never.
Damn, the Jets look like a football team against the Eagles right now. Just ran it up the gut for about 6-7 yards. Got to shout the Chief. Yeah, though I'm watching. Thomas Garrett, here's what I'm seeing right now. Only thing we can do with them is we going to have to be in a shootout.
Johnson's the backup.
Pat Mahomes, even sidearmed at 25 yards. Pat Mahomes, he sidearmed 25-yard completion. I mean, just – and the reason he sidearmed was because the defender was up in the air. He saw that and said, I'm going to go around this guy. It might have been a curveball. Literally, that ball just kind of went out, came back in, boom, right in the Travis Kelce's hands. That shit was just like, damn.
What's good, Lone Revolver?
He is bad.
Who scored for us, Rockabay? Boston Scott on a 50-yard quick pass out of the backfield on 3rd and 2.
Quick pass with a lot of missed tackles.
29.
You know what the Cowboys haven't had unless okay.
Mark Stanton, what's going on?
Yeah, we got you know what?
600 people here. Please please subscribe.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Definitely don't.
There you go. Tay, well, Mark, I guess the Jets are Super Bowl favorites. Well, you know, according to the talking heads, well, the Jets they're playing. They've been playing good. They've been playing good. You know, they're 3-0. They've been playing their starting quarterback. They're ready for the season.
Thanks for joining.
Some haters really stupid. I'm sorry. Is there a Super Bowl for preseason? I was telling another Cowboy fan the same thing. It's going to be a shootout. Thomas, you know what? I honestly think that it will be with Kansas City. You know, you can hope. I don't know how you stop that offense of the Chiefs.
What's going on? Wick, what's going on?
That right there was literally like 4 plays, and they're in the end zone.
Good to hear from you.
4 plays, and they're gone. Just like that. Now, maybe it's the Vikings. Maybe the Vikings weren't playing their starters, and Kansas City was. Maybe that's the case. I can't tell you. But that shit was like surgery.
3rd and 9. Here we go. From the 41. Johnson back.
It's first down, buddy.
Throws. Caught.
First down.
Damn. Who was covering him?
Look at that. Damn.
Beat.
Uh-oh. Philly's getting mad. Philly's getting mad.
We got 633 mother humpers in the house. What's up?
He's amazing because he came from Texas.
And if you're new, please subscribe.
Quarterback just graduated junior high. Of course, Jets playing him as much as possible. He's amazing because, okay, right, Thomas, it was just like, and it was like, no sweat.
1st and 10 at the 25. Jets are driving. 8:20 left first quarter.
The Jets are driving. That's something you don't hear too often.
Play. Johnson's going to go nowhere. Maybe a couple. Nice play, Sean Bradley.
He got 3 there, Philly. He got 3. It wasn't nowhere. 2nd and 7 for the Jets.
Thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. He says, you the man.
They do a reverse.
Can't wait for the
they do a reverse and pick up. Damn. So you just see. Here's the difference. I'm going to tell you right now. If you were actually watching the game, the Jets do a reverse here. You know, that's showing one of those plays that you don't necessarily want to show in preseason, so that way they know how to defend it. They know how you line the formation. So that's where good teams don't show anything. They just go straight vanilla plays. Bad teams are saying, we want to get a victory just to get a moral victory. You follow what I'm saying here? And right now, the Jets are on the 8-yard line, 1st and goal.
End around by Jeff Smith. Don't even know who the hell that is.
Don't even know who that is. Why has he got to get close to the camera like that?
The misdirection did fool us.
Oh, Dante. Well, Dante. I never said Kansas City's not. Kansas City, Tampa are the worst 2 games on the Cowboys schedule. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got the 2 games with Washington. You got to worry about those defenses of those guys. I think the Cardinals game is going to be tough. I think actually New England, is going to be hellacious. New England may be one of the worst teams we face. I think people are underestimating them with or without Cam Newton. The Jets are 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line right here.
And both Scott did the rest. All he did against Quez Watkins was throw like a 1-yard wide receiver screen, and Quez Watkins did the rest. That's crazy.
Captain Caveman, I'm still kind of waiting at the moment to see what's happening with COVID.
All right, that
thing's kind of blowing a long ways up, and you can call me a little bitch if you want to. I don't care. But I'm kind of concerned a little bit. I'm old.
So we got 3rd and goal.
I got some health issues and everything else and so on. So I'm going to wait a little bit and see. Originally, I was thinking about going to the Giants game for my birthday, but I'm not sure.
He does great when he plays New York teams.
3rd and goal, and they picked up 1 yard. So 4th down and goal from the 2.
I'm glad you're here, man.
Let's see what the Jets do.
Glad you're here.
Are they going to go for it?
I switched it, Mav. I think I did.
I think the Jets are going to go for it.
All right, 3rd and goal. At the 4. Johnson. Hands it off again, Johnson. 3rd down. Sean Bradley makes a play up to the 2-yard line. I bet you they go for this.
Doomsday, I'll hang with me. I appreciate that, Doomsday. All right, 4th and goal on the 2-yard line. Let's see what they do.
I've been good, Shady. Devin, how about you? The bad dogs.
Touchdown, Jets. Touchdown, Jets. Okay. Jets get the touchdown.
Hey, look, Scott is going to make this team with plays like that, man.
Nick the Wick.
All right, they're going for the 4th and goal.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Nope, Johnson's going to throw it to the
Nick
end
the
zone.
Wick. Come on.
Touchdown. Who's that, DeQuette? Is that DeQuette? Get his ass out of here.
I love when Philly gets upset.
Is that DeQuette or is that Epps? Mother humper.
Captain Caveman, I tell you what.
He's gone, dude.
My goal, sometime in the next couple of years, I'm going to get me an RV. And I'm going to be like John Madden. I'm going to be like John Madden. Yeah.
Mark Holmes mullet in the house. Mark Holmes mullet in the house.
Oh, here we go.
Holmes mullet.
All right.
Smith isn't injured, Drew. He's just not playing.
All right, so Eagles, Jets tied up at 7. Real old.
4 times, and he gave up the touchdown 4th and 2. He should have had better coverage.
All right.
The Jets kicking the extra point. It's up and good. 7-7, 4:59 left. First quarter. Now for the big hard thing.
What? Pause. The big hard thing. Pause.
There, I did it again. I am the man.
I don't know.
Mark Holmes, I'm coming for your meat.
Mark Holmes, I'll be giving him by week 1. He's got to cut him, man.
I told you to wait for it. That hard thing.
The ones that keep coming up every so often. I think they're about the future. I don't think they're about right
oh
now.
my goodness.
They're about the future if Watson gets everything cleared and it don't work out with Hurts. I think that's what the Eagles are looking at.
Michael Anthony is asleep? Really? Seriously? Okay.
Jaquette's got to go.
He's not asleep.
He's got to go. Jeff.
He's become the ladies' man.
Have 1,000 on Gainwell rookie cards. Most upside on off. 1,000 on his
Michael
rookie
Anthony
cards? Yeah,
is
down to
asleep.
79 on the roster. So slim rate.
All right, so Vikings going for a field goal.
Preseason, really.
He lost sight of the ball. Coverage wasn't the issue.
He's been getting destroyed. No question about it, dude. We got 664 mother humpers in the house.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
And 254 watching here, Philly. All right, so Troy Daniels. What's up, Troy?
Post-game thoughts on it instead. So just want to put that out there.
Troy Daniels.
Once week 1 starts,
if 500 cuts everyone, who makes a bad play in Philly? He wouldn't be able to field a team. Well, Troy, Troy,
kind of talk about what we thought.
We got to be honest here. We got Cowboy fans that are ready to cut everybody. From the quarterback. Dak sucks. Get rid of him.
If Hurts works out and you have 3 first-round
Michael Anthony Fitness is creeping. Yeah, creep.
I mean,
yes, they stalled. Take Cowboys. I got you this Sunday 5 rings. I got that super lemon haze. Oh.
I agree. Message from a Golden Eagle.
Michael should be back sometime soon. I hope. He's been taking care of some business, so to speak. Hey, Mark, what's going on? Watching your show tonight. Can't go to work because of scared COVID. Oh, Derek, hopefully it's not too long. Mark Holmes mullet. What's up, dog? How you doing? I just heard Philly 500 talking to you over on the channel. Let me get a wrench. Let me think about that there, Mark Holmes mullet. Let me think about it, okay? I'll get back to you. I got to go through the background process before I give out wrenches, okay? All right, but I'll put you on the list, bro. I'll put you on the list.
Oh my God!
He's making Mike J. Sr. Mike, I got something I got to talk to you about too, bro. I may need your help on some of these live streams. I'm working on doing some call-in shows, and we have a few trolls. We have a few trolls, and if we do the call-ins, you risk getting one of the trolls if I do it with just my straight cell phone. And if we use the Discord channel, we can set up rooms so you guys can screen them. But if I do that, I can't do it by myself, so I might need some help from you and Simba and so on. Nice pocket present, Joe. Okay.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Joe Flacco.
Scout's honor. Listen, look. On my honor, I do my duty to God and country, to obey the Scouts law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. All right, Mark Holmes Mullet.
Good job.
I kind of remember it. It's been a long time.
Man, right? Who gave it up? Dillard's getting pushed back like a mother humper.
All right, let's see what happens with the Eagles. I turned the game off because it was.
Eagles fly. Thank you for the super chat, my man. He says, "Hey, Philly 500. I don't know how Jaquette wasn't one of the first cuts on the.
What a name, Jaquette.
He is bad. No question about it, man. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. All right,
2nd and 9.
After the fumble, here's a handoff.
Handoff. He gets 1 yard.
He's going to go for – or is that – game ball. They slammed down. What's that? They slammed him down.
Juan Gotti.
There's a flag. There's a flag. That was some lay-ass shit. Personal foul on Sherwood, you bum. Jay Green, thank you so much for the
Philly gets so emotional.
He's going to be a great piece. I think he's going to be good in the future. No question about
it.
You
can't put a wrench in your hair, Mark. Come on, Derek. Man, why you got to be so mean?
Thank you for the super chat. He says, no way Dallas wins 10 games, right? I don't think so. But we'll see. I mean, it really depends on can that defense be a little better for Dallas, and is Dak healthy? And if they get those two things, they got a shot.
I
think they're going to start 0-2. Bruce Phillips.
But here's did you hear that?
All right, here's
hold up.
Game over up the middle, get up the 49-yard line.
So hold on.
Nice run. I love.
Did Philly just admit that?
Doesn't that name sound like somebody
that they're going to lose? That the Eagles are going to lose to the Cowboys?
In a lab.
He said, "I think the Cowboys start off 0-2." Why didn't he say the Cowboys are going to start off 0-3? Because we play in Week 3.
Here's Flacco going to keep it. He throws a quick pass.
Philly has no confidence in him. I love Philly, but I'd rather watch the stream because it's a lot more quiet and civil. Well, Mark Holmes Mullet, you know how you Eagle fans are in there. You know how those mother humpers are, man. They get raw up in here. See, we got all the lovely ladies up in here, Mark Holmes Mullet. And since you look like Lionel Richie, with that mullet and stuff, pow chicka bow wow,
my screen just froze. Mother humper.
Okay, so Pat Mahomes is sitting out.
Let's go.
Of course, he's done for the night.
It's a
he came in, kicked some ass, and left. And the Jets are making some bonehead plays here.
My thing just all flaked out on me.
Your thing just flaked all out?
All right, here we go.
He wouldn't have said 1 and 2 if y'all win. Right, exactly.
Pass he's throwing incomplete. Was that a high-tower bad pass? It totally
why not say, I think the Cowboys are going to start at 0-3 because you're playing the third game.
Streaming the game through this internet.
I heard it, Mark. Philly's drunk on Kool-Aid.
When open your videos and when you do no names, always stink intro.
Slasher? Okay. All right, we'll see. We'll see on that one, Slasher.
Here, we got to work on one for sure. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
Even Kansas City's second team looks good.
Flacco in a shotgun.
Oh, no, Pat Mahomes is still out there. Shit.
Missed that Kenneth Gainwell pass.
I'm surprised that Pat Mahomes is out here for 2 series now.
About 9. I love Kenneth Gainwell. My gosh.
Look at that. God. Kansas City is just like a well-oiled machine. I mean, they just don't quit. It's just like they keep hitting you. And they make it look effortless. You watch Washington's offense or you watch the Eagles' offense. It looks like it's so hard.
He looks really good. Now it's
Troy, that is one of those travesties out there.
Definitely a beast. So I got 3rd and 1 right now, 2:15 left.
It's like Brian Leftwich. Why isn't Brian Leftwich in there?
Gainwell's the running back. Flacco.
But you know how it rolls, Troy.
Gainwell, going to get to the 10-yard line. Let me reset this thing real quick.
Troy. So explain to me how it is that Jason Garrett got the chance to be a head coach when he was offensive coordinator for 1 year of the Cowboys and quarterback coach for 1 year in Miami, and he gets to be a head coach. And you look at the resume of Eric B.A.M.
He's going to get hit at about the 5-yard line.
Second and goal for the Eagles.
That's the question.
So this game is no defense whatsoever.
We got 725 people on the third preseason game of the season.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to each and every one of you.
Shout out to you, Philly 500. That's a good job, man.
Subscribe, because you ain't going to want to miss this. We're doing this all year, and it gets intense. Not like this third season game.
Oh,
no, I don't see.
It might get ugly.
I do not see Fulgham or Arthega Whiteside. Here's a handoff. Gainwell, touchdown! Professor
there you go.
Gainwell. Nice drive. Nice drive. I like it.
Congratulations, Philly.
Gainwell has
you realize what's going to happen here, right? Philly's going to turn around and it's going to be, we're headed for the Super Bowl. The Eagles got their shit together. We looked great.
Miles Sanders
Professor Gainwell.
You ain't kidding.
Intense. He's intense, and it's the game 3 of the preseason.
All right.
Pat Mahomes, man.
An extra point that Philly 500 gets to change the damn thing.
Number one, I want to go fast.
All right, here's the kick.
What?
48 seconds left in the first quarter.
How do you say Eagles in sign language?
Can we change his mother humper?
I like that, Susie. Shout out to you, Susie. Let's go, Eagles.
Let me try.
All right. Kansas City still. Damn. Wide open. Just couldn't get it there.
Did it. I am the man sometimes. So I tell my wife, did it, baby.
I knew it would happen, Mark. I knew it would mother humping happen. You know, I'm pissed off, man. I'm frustrated because it pisses me off. Because that little bitch boy Carson Wentz, fat as hell last year, couldn't run, eating donuts between snaps. This guy comes in phenomenal shape.
You know it.
Phenomenal shape. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you come in last year in phenomenal shape? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Because Doug Peterson wanted him to stay in the pocket, so he told him to get bigger. But Carson, he didn't get bigger the right way. He got fat. So now, you know, everybody's like, oh, Phil, you're crazy. He ain't fat. He's always been like that. He just stinks now. I said, no, he's fat. He's fat. He's going to go to Indianapolis, and you watch, he's going to come in perfect shape. Perfect shape. What happens, Mark? What happens?
We got 763 people here.
Carson Wentz comes in, he looks 30 pounds lighter. My God, he looks thin. It's ridiculous. Now he's going to go out and light it up, and I'm going to have to watch that crap. He better get me that first-round pick. He better get me that first-round pick. And thank God we have Jalen Hurts, because I don't know what
he's going to be good.
I love that. Oh, I love that.
Dillard looks like he's stinking it up. I mean, I watched a few snaps of him getting pushed back. Sanders haters? I don't know of any Sanders haters. Well, there's a couple. There are. You can't see the game. I have NFL Game Pass. Hey, 3500 Puerto Rican style in here. What's up, my man? Johnny,
you know what, Ross? I almost forgot that we got to do the race tonight here.
He do not look better.
So I need to send you the link. Forgive me.
What I think he's better at Sanders right now is I think he's a better receiver out of the backfield. Sanders has to be a better receiver out of the backfield. He has it in him. He's just had a hard time last year and during training camp. If he can get that straight, we're good, man. We're good.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to trade Miles. I think Miles is going to be a top 5 back this year. Because I think he's going to be a better in the receiver.
You know, I love how I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be great.
How do you see the game? The only way I can tell you is go to NFL Game Pass. Do the free trial.
I think he's going to be great.
Watch the game. Sign up for the free trial. Watch the game. And then as soon as the game's over.
Roz and Stu, I just sent you the link. I apologize. I forgot.
And you'll be fine.
Mark, I want a Joe Barty. Chris Law, if you.
Game Pass for the free trial. Just free trial and then cancel.
If you.
I don't know what it's
Excuse me.
like 100 or something. I have it on.
If you go to. Actually, let me change this up here.
Return of 5. All the way up to the 25-yard line. 41 seconds left first quarter. Gainwell looks good, yo.
Okay. If you're looking for my website and stuff, it's cowboyjobu.com, and that's where actually I have the Joe Bardys and my racks and stuff on there.
No, you don't trade Miles. You don't trade Miles Sanders.
He could have been a receiver if he was taller.
Statistics. I just need
no start. Well, Willie, Pat Mahomes playing.
Holding Jets. 14-7 Eagles.
Pat Mahomes is playing for Kansas City.
No, Miles is not. Miles is not. Well, he is probably guaranteed, yeah.
But they slow as
I think he does everything.
Philadelphia, they're slow as okay.
But I think they both make the team. I think they're going to keep 4 backs.
We're going to be doing at 9:15. 9:15. My man Roz and Stewart are going to be coming in tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I'm sorry, 3:30. We're going to start our live stream. Our live stream for our league number 3 fantasy football, and that's going to be fun, of course.
Here's a handoff.
Another draft
goes for about 8 by Michael Carter on the run. Professor Kenneth Gainwell, absolutely. I don't know that Gainwell. I think you guys remember Gainwell's playing backups. I like Gainwell, but I think Miles Sanders.
Susie,
I think Miles Sanders
for all you do,
back this year.
This wine's for you.
Where do you watch the game? The only place I know is to go to NFL Game Pass and then sign up.
I fire Howie.
Now,
fucking fire him.
Motherfucker! And you sign up for it.
Stupid motherfucker!
They don't charge you down the road. They give you like a 7-day free trial.
What an idiot! What an idiot!
I wish I could show the game. The problem is if I show the game, YouTube will strike.
Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass.
Running back position is talented, and I think so.
He's stupid.
Miles does have
I fire his ass.
Catches look easy. Yeah, but he doesn't have to.
I fire his ass.
He has to have the hand.
I mean, Howie's got to be stupid.
Efficient at it. You know
what are you doing?
What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
For the most part. But I agree. The kid's got great hands.
Captain Caveman, would I consider being a party host for a game party? How much would I charge plane tickets? Nobody's ever asked me that before. If you want to email me at cowboysmark94gmail, we can talk about that. Skip Johnson, did I watch Skip this afternoon? I'm sorry, D'Angelo Johnson, did I watch Skip this afternoon about Tom Brady and Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers? I didn't see that segment. It was amazing because there's so many segments that he does about Dak Prescott. And it seems like every one of them he says, my quarterback that got $75 million. It's like, why do you constantly bring up the $75 million? It's like it's like you would think that it came out of his pocket. Was that Cousins? Was that Kissing Cousins that just got sacked? Anthony Hitchens with the sack.
Miles couldn't run last year because 200 changing. But Miles Sanders averaged 5.3 yards a carry last year.
Hitchens in there like a shot out like a cannon.
I think Miles ran the ball fine.
Wow.
They didn't use him the right way. And then he did struggle with holding on to the ball.
Wow.
To
think that they said, the Cowboys said the hood. Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need Anthony Hitchens.
I don't know why Miles.
He's not that good. He's not that good.
I honestly don't see any team even willing to give up what we think Miles would be worth. I mean, even if you don't want to give Miles an extension, why would you get rid of him this year? That I would not do. I think Miles is going to have over 1,000 yards.
Did you notice how he holds his pinky out when he drinks? Did you guys notice that?
No, I haven't seen Fulgham yet, Kevin. And we got 7.
You love this fantasy football stuff. Are you talking about me? So, D'Angelo, what did I miss on Skip besides him throwing shade on Dak Prescott?
Little picture to look at for the chat. That's all I got. So
the game, Bears talking more. Basically, the only way if you're not in Philadelphia is watching it on Game Pass.
Beautiful.
And I'll be honest with you, it's not worth the free trial to see this game. It's not worth the 7-day free trial.
Was that 76 or was that 74?
He did call Tampa Bay Brady. Yeah, Skip. He's been saying that for over a year. From the time he ended up signing with Tampa Bay, it's been Tampa Bay. He's literally been going on. Well, Tampa Bay is going to destroy the Cowboys. He's like, it's not even going to be and it's like, I thought you were such a Cowboy fan.
Get a sack. Here's Johnson back to pass. He's getting pressure. Now he's rolling to his right. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to get first. He's short. He should be short. That's a bad spot, Ref.
It's always a bad spot if it doesn't go your way, Philly. Don't get mad.
McGill? Okay. I couldn't tell who it was because when I looked at it, he was already getting up. Ty McGill had a nice
Hitchens, yeah.
Lewis, boy.
Oh, Howland. Yeah. You didn't. If you were watching the Kansas City Minnesota game, you should see the way he knifed in on the pass rush and ended up getting Cousins. He was back there waiting for Cousins to get back in the backfield. He was so fast. Literally. He got back there, poured himself a drink, and was waiting for Kirk Cousins to get in the backfield and then sacked him. Yeah. And it seems like former Cowboy players go to Kansas City and thrive, with the exception of Taco. Taco did get cut this past week.
4th and 1, Jets are punting. Eagles are going to get the ball back.
Chili Willie 500, Mark clowning you. That's embarrassing, bro.
It's up in the mother humping air. And it's going to bounce. And they're going to let it go.
Chili Willie 500, Mark clowning you. That's embarrassing, bro.
At about the 32. All right.
Skip the clown. I also thought so too, Mark, but said Hitchens was Alan Williams. Hitchens, it was Hitchens.
I think we're going to get the W.
Hitchens got the sack. It was a great sack. I was just like, damn.
It doesn't really matter.
Kansas City, again. Kansas City looks good. They look good. I'm surprised that they're still paying Pat Mahomes and stuff, but hey, this is typically this would be the third game as usual. We just don't have the fourth game. Do I think the Bills will bust in season because they're blowing up?
It's been a fun stream. It's always a fun stream.
You never know. I say watch New England. I think New England is going to be the sleeper that nobody's thinking about.
I'm having a blast. Knighting says 500's been a while. Remember when
the reason Jalen Hurts isn't playing is because Joe Flacco already took his job. Yikes. Imagine how bad Hurts must be.
Give me Ben DiNucci.
I hadn't heard that one.
I'll take the cooking quarterback.
I had not heard that one yet.
He's better than Mullins.
Who said that one?
500, you play Madden? I have not bought the new Madden. I did a poll.
I don't. Joshua, I had. You've actually heard that Flacco is the team starter?
I'll get it.
I hadn't heard that one. That would be kind of breaking news, I would think.
Get it. And I'm like, oh, man. So I haven't got I still might, though.
Skip is in love with Tom Brady. Skip makes me sick. The only Cedar Citizen I punch in the mouth. Can't watch the Kansas City game. Unfortunately, NFL Network will show it in my area. Damn, that's the one that's on tonight.
Not a lot of penalties. Yeah, that's true. Not a lot of penalties. First time
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I was like, this game I can't taste for this. My knees hurt.
Skip is the definition of a bandwagon fan. You got that right. Flacco took Hurts' job. I hadn't heard that one, but, we haven't seen Hurts play has he played all preseason?
You guys are.
Oh, he's not playing because of his tummy. Okay.
This is going to be some of the most intense, craziest live streams this year. We are going to go bananas.
Because your team is going to be so bad.
We got some things coming for these streams. It's going to be crazy. And I definitely want to get Pizzle back on that first Giants game. Madden 22 is good. Philly 500. Don't believe the hype. Just don't use the Zoom camera. I'll probably get it at some point. Justin Ellis, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, you all got to chill on Miles. He's a home run hitter every time he touches the ball. 370-plus yards last year. One of the most explosive backs of the game. I totally agree. I am not getting rid of him. I think Miles is going to be a top 5 back this year. I agree. Thank you for the super chat.
I don't see anything about Jalen Hurts about Joe Flacco.
Try to put J.J. on the game.
Other than past ones where Flacco basically said, I didn't come here to be a backup. I came here to win the starting job.
Thank you, William Page. Thank you. First and 10.
But
Flacco back to pass. He's looking.
Hurts is not playing.
Over the middle and it is dropped by Greg Ward. What? He dropped the Greg Ward just.
He dropped it. Oh man! He heard footsteps. No, actually he didn't.
Right in his hands. You can't. I hope he's not. I hope this doesn't hurt his chances of making a team. That's a bad drop by Ward. Fulgham is in. I see Fulgham. Greg Ward. Gosh, man. Fogle and Greg Ward are your receivers. Stolen the tight end. Kenneth Gainwell is the running back.
That was a bad drop.
Jeez. Oh, my God. Junior. Touchdown. I dropped it. I dropped another one. How do you drop a good pass? This is crap.
Oh, so they get a break?
Oh, you put him on losing his stinking dog. Unacceptable crap.
Cleveland got a break.
Oh, boy. So, one thing says, oh, he dropped it.
Coming for the meats. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, Philly 500. He's hilarious. What's up? Cowboys up north, man. How's the knee, man? I saw the pictures of you with the leg up. I didn't see a whole lot of swelling there, so that's some good news.
All right, here's Flacco.
No, he hasn't been. I don't think they've actually named the starter. I think it's implied that it hurts.
No, throw it away. He throws it, caught for not enough by. Is that Huntley? No, it's.
But Philadelphia is up 14-7. I think.
That Holyfield's in the game. I like that. He makes the catch.
Mark got it quad up tonight. Haha. Queued up. He's queued up. He's feeling good now. After last week, when I talked to him after the game last week, he's like, I don't know, man. This is pretty bad. But, okay, remember, we talk about this is a practice game now.
But you just got to win. You know what I mean? Don't be as pushy.
There are no starts playing in this game.
Fans are pushy. That never works. Just fade them a little.
I agree with you.
Know what I mean?
But on the flip side, we're watching Kansas City. I've seen
we're the good guys. We're the good guys.
Pat Mahomes and crew in there. Their starters are playing in Kansas City.
Cannot drop that ball there. It was
Lyle Collins has a neck strain, which can be about a 2-week injury. It can be actually a little less. It's basically kind of like you kind of got your shoulder and your neck kind of tweaked in there together.
How am I watching the game, Stanley? I have the NFL game.
I actually didn't
for my channel membership videos.
Have I ever been to Texas?
I paid for it already, so that's
Texas Live in Arlington. I have been to Texas many times. Texas Live, they had just built the last time I was in Texas, and I had not been there yet.
Bradford. Ugh.
Cole Pitts. I actually didn't bet Pizzle myself. Oh, no, actually I did. We bet. I'm sorry. Me and Tizzle did bet a rack. I forgot. I actually did. I need to go ahead and do something in there. Michael Anthony, of course, has a standing bet with the belt.
Stand a better chance of Evander Holyfield making his team than Son. That's true. Sorry, I'm like, what's going on with Jason?
It's all good. Glad
to field yet. And I hope that means because he's not making it. If we don't see J-Jaw the whole game and he's a healthy scratch, then he's making this team. That's what I think. And then that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I hope the recovery is good for you, Cowboys up north. My knee is much, much better than where it was.
We need depth in the O-line. Nothing better.
All right, they finally pulled Pat Mahomes out.
Dillard getting pushed around. Greg Ward not good, and Gainwell isn't blocking back. That's his flaw. Yeah, well, yeah, and blocking takes time sometimes. It's a note for joining Cowboys Nation. 3 playoff wins since 2000. Not exactly. Can't wait until I can't wait to see Landon Dickerson, too. Eagles chances. Watch how he's
here we go.
Whiteside umbrella. I think you're right. I'm afraid to say that, but I think you may be right, yo. It definitely could happen. We got 681 mother humpers watching the final preseason game. I appreciate that.
Game that means
you guys.
nothing.
Thank you for being here. Please please subscribe if you haven't.
That belt is never coming back. Quite frankly, Dollar Bell,
the real deal.
I'm not sure that Michael Anthony really wants that belt back because, Kyle Pizzle is always in there. I'm making some babies. Like, are you making some babies with the belt?
I can find somebody else.
It's kind of nasty.
That's not a good reason to keep him. I don't want to keep him for that.
Look he's killing me with the.
I'm pointing at you.
Have you noticed that?
All right.
I mean, I just grab my shit.
It's just a matter of can he stay healthy.
That pinky out stuff, it's killing me.
Staying, who the hell's better behind him? Yeah, well, that's true, JD. I mean, that's how I feel.
Nice hit on third down, keeping him from getting the first down.
The umbrella might.
This is the final preseason game. There's only 3 except for the teams that play in the Hall of Fame game. There are no games after Sunday until the season opener.
Here's a handoff.
So, yeah.
It goes nowhere. Ty Johnson gets nothing. Josiah Scott with the tackle. J.J. next Steve Task. Oh, come on. He ain't no Steve Tasker. Come on, dude.
Jets comparison rookie season, Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, and Sam Darnold. They've gone through some quarterbacks.
It's to stay back in case somebody gets by everybody.
God, he looks like a baby.
He's too slow for anything else. All right, 2nd and 9. Come on, I want a turnover here.
Of course you do.
2nd and 9, Johnson.
And he picks up 14.
Play action.
I'm sure Cox Pizzle's done some weird stuff with that belt after every loss. You're right about that. What I think about our defense this year, I think our defense is going to be much improved from where it was last year.
Brian Moses, just join your team. Oh, thank you, man.
If they can just stop the big plays and get a couple of takeaways, that's a major improvement.
Over 700 people.
Cowboys winning 12 games, my ass.
Appreciate you guys
okay.
Being here. All right, here we go.
Philly's drinking like he's having oh, man. Y'all are like he's having a Barbie party. Come on, man. That's wrong. Jets fans talking to themselves.
You watch, bro. I can feel Howie is going to pull the trigger and get another corner.
Well, the Jets actually moved the ball pretty good here.
I think it's very possible we get another corner. I mean, you got to realize there's going to be good guys. There's going to be good players that get cut in the final cuts. It always happens.
Yeah, there are. There's going to be some veterans. You're right, Philly.
It totally possibly can happen, dude. Parker, thank you for Super Chat. Says, why does Flacco look good in this game? Maybe he held off the egg.
The channel would be NFL Game Pass.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, Parker. There's a handoff to Carter.
Yo, this Jet fan is taking crazy pills, bro.
Second quarter, third down.
I don't know about. Oh, he's not a Jets. It's an Eagle fan. That's. I mean, that is Philly 500.
What is happening? How are you? Good to see you.
My Cowboys will win 7 games.
Greg Ward, look, I like Greg Ward, but he just can't drop.
And then some.
I don't know where he is on making his team, but that's not good. You know,
Mike. Oh, he's great. Philly 500 is great, man. He very self-deprecating. Enjoys a good laugh. Is hilarious, and he's actually good people.
Carter's going to get close to first down. He's going to get the first down.
3rd and 1. He's short, Philly.
Michael Carter's all right. Both Scott had a good game, yeah. I'll be giving the wrenches out.
With players like Jabril just waiting to get in. Yeah. Oh.
That game also.
To think that Jalen Smith, who we thought was our best player back, basically a linebacker out there, literally being the 4th linebacker on the list, goes to show you we got a whole lot more talent.
If you protect him, he'll be okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you have your first team offensive line.
Have you noticed how Philly is evolving now and coming around that Joe Flacco is okay as a quarterback? Are you guys noticing the evolution there?
And it's going to go for a couple.
Derek, I think the Cowboys win that game. I think the Cowboys win against Tampa Bay. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
I am Ruiz. What is going on, man? He says, what's up, my brother? Philly 500, send me a shout-out. I'm 45 years younger.
Yo, Derek, I believe the boys will win by a close margin.
Shout out to I am Ruiz. Shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. I don't understand.
Jets are trying to make another drive here before the half. And they just got the first down.
He sees him as
about midfield. I saw the drone cam from Dallas Camp. Oh my God! Well, yeah, but that drone, the guy, whoever was flying that drone, that shit was dope. That shit, that you got to know your shit to fly in like they were doing. The way they timed, like somebody coming out the door, you know, they had to practice that shit.
Thursday night. I will be streaming the Tampa Bay Dallas Cowboys game. Yes.
Oh, you will. Are you gonna have a meltdown cam with Mark?
A lot of different streams. A lot of NFC East streams this year. A lot of Colts streams.
Kirk Cousins, why are you running on 3rd down and getting pushed out of bounds?
Some channel membership streams.
Do you realize that this is a preseason game, dog?
Hurts did not play. No. Ruben, let's go. Let's get it on.
So this whole thing of Dak Prescott's got to play.
No, Hurts didn't play. play. Devontae Smith didn't play. Miles Sanders didn't play. Starting offensive line didn't play. Starting defensive line didn't play. Most of the starting
Hurts
linebackers
played
didn't
nothing
play.
in
No Alex
preseason.
Singleton. Josh Johnson.
All right, so for those who are
at the 35.
saying that we could trade Zeke Elliott, here is Zeke Elliott's updated cap numbers. 6.8 this year, 18.2 next year, 16.72, 23, 14.32, 17, and then 16. The only ones that are guaranteed would be this year and next year, though.
I would have told you 2 weeks ago I think they're going to move him. Now I'm not so sure. But if they do, it might be at the trade deadline. But it looks like he's going to stay. Johnny Bottles.
So there's nothing on. I don't know if you guys saw that the Cowboys brought in Breland Speaks, who is former number 2 draft pick, who's been a journeyman. He's actually been here before. He had a cup of coffee. Is actually back for another visit. They're kicking the tires on him again. But I'm kind of mystified on that one because it seems like we're okay in defensive ends.
So is it cool if I can get my wrench back when you hit him? Yeah, Jeff.
Me and Philly should do a cheesesteak cook-off live on YouTube. Made the best meats. Oh, I can tell you right now. I'll win that meats challenge.
Philly, how close are you to 34K? Oh, man. I think I was 70 away before.
Mark Holmes, I'm coming for your meat.
Between 60 and 70 away. All right, 1st and 10 for
He's
Johnson.
coming for my meats. We know I get the better cheesesteak.
At the Eagles 45. Here's a quick pass. Dropped.
Eagles, Washington, Cowboys, Giant. Thank me later.
Impressed by Professor Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott.
Dollar bill, y'all.
My 3 top guys so far.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Dollar bill, come on, man.
But it wasn't even people just doing it out of like once in a while. If somebody was like actively.
Oh, do they, Dante? Cool. Shout out. Can you check him out and see if they got any insight on if he's going to get signed by the Cowboys? Get some breaking news.
It looks like somebody jumped. It looks like it's going to be on the Jets, but we'll see. Now, one official saying Jets, one official saying the Eagles. Now they're overruled.
All you got to do is stock Mike Evans and Antonio Brown on the Buccaneers. And I think you got Kansas City's defense can't hold up against our offense.
If we get to 34,000 this stream, you have to prank call Mark Holmes. Deal.
Wait a minute. Say what?
I will prank call Mark Holmes if that happens.
Hold on. Okay. You know what? Hang on, guys.
Maybe we prank him anyways.
Hold on. Okay. Challenge accepted.
Go
Hold
research the Kazarians. If you're, because you know what? That name sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. Jaquan Bailey was all sides there. They say false start. So 2nd and 5 for the Jets. 5:14 left, second quarter. Johnson under center. At the 41.
Okay. Oh.
Johnson.
Hand
it off.
Okay. Hold up.
Josh Adams going to get up to the 30. Remember Josh Adams? Josh Adams back.
Let's see if this works.
Joe
Hold on.
Says Philly 500 came to say, "What up, fat boy? What's up?" This year, when the Seahawks have a better record than the Eagles, you win a bottle of booze. I win. You owe us a truffle shuffle. Let's go home. You want me to bet a truffle shuffle? I might do that, but you're going to have to up the ante a little bit because the Seahawks are supposed to be better. There's another run by Josh Adams going to get a couple.
Hello?
Bradley,
You going to prank call who?
George, are you?
I'm going to call your ass.
Yes.
You're going to prank call me? Are you kidding me?
John Hightower's making
Why?
reasons why he's
You're Mark
more reps.
I knew it would happen, Mark. I knew it was mother.
It is Mark Holmes, you jackass.
Well,
I heard you say you were going to prank call me, so I'm going to beat you to the punch.
34,000. Will I prank call Mark Holmes?
Okay, well, you know what? How close are you?
I'm going to call your ass.
4.
All right, everybody, I need you to go ahead and because we did this ahead of it.
I prank call that, but now I'm going to have to disguise my voice.
I know your number, jackass. Okay, I'm gonna. I know you're live. How are you feeling about your Eagles? Are you feeling better right now?
I feel
okay. I mean, it's the last preseason game. You can't get too much into it, you know.
Okay, well, you seem happy, though.
All right.
You seem happy. All right,
Yeah,
peace
I'm
out.
happy. I'm in a good mood. I'm always in a good mood with all these people in the chat.
All right, well, go have fun with your people. Peace.
All right, man.
All right, so for all you guys that think, Mark Holmes, you're so mean to Philly 500. Oh, you're so mean. Why? Look, dude, I just called him during a live stream, okay?
That's still okay. I mean, it's the last preseason game. You can't get
Oh.
too much into it, you know.
I hear myself. It's weird. I hear myself in the background. Philly's mom calling. Time to go to bed. No, we're actually friends, guys.
All right, man.
We're actually friends. So.
Mark Holmes calling Philly 500.
All right. So if we were such enemies, Eagle fans, would I have his number and he would answer like that? Would he? Would he? Would he? Come on.
They're driving. Johnson.
Oh, hold up. I got to find out what did I do with the thing. Shit. Hold up.
TJ Edwards.
Where
TJ
is?
Edwards on the play. There you go. Jaquette made a play. I didn't see it.
Hold up, my man.
When do I expect to get the ball back after we beat the Giants?
After you beat the Giants. Okay. I need to.
Mark Holmes scared I'm going to prank him because he's afraid I'm going to put his number out there by accident again.
Well, that is that is possible.
What's up, buddy? Good to
That
see
is
ya.
possible. So Corey is joining. Corey, you're early there, bro.
Shuffle for the boys. I'll think about it. I'm not a big.
You're
guy.
you have to unmute,
Let me
Jack.
think about this. We'll come up with something.
Unmute yourself.
I just figured I'd jump in a little bit early and just.
Okay. What's up? My camera is not turned on because I forgot I have to turn the Zoom on before I turn on my streaming software. For whatever reason, it won't pick up the camera on there. So you're just going to look at Jobu's plaque up there. Okay.
All right. Am I going to be on screen or can I?
You're on screen. You're on screen. Well, if you want to take your shirt off, okay, bow, chicken, bow. Oh, boy. You're on screen.
I see that now.
Okay. Okay, welcome everybody to the chat here. My man Corey is here early because we're actually going to be doing our fantasy football. Is Philly annoying?
I mean, we're playing, we even.
Should I kill his?
Philly annoying? No, he's a black.
Okay, no, I meant in the background here while we have this going on.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
So I'm sitting here watching this game, of course. I'm sure Eagle fans going to be like, yeah, we didn't turn it around. I love your work from home shirt that you got over there. That's cool.
That's my employee of the month every month.
Every month?
Work from home.
I love that. I love that. Jets legend Bart Scott. Fuck you, Bart Scott. Okay, I'm sorry. They got an ad for him. So we have tomorrow our fantasy football draft, league number 3. And are we ready for it?
Oh, we're totally ready. I'm calling in. I'm deployed from Jobu's Mutts. Gonna whoop your ass. So I actually wore this uniform specifically for this because tonight while we're doing 100 yards rush, I'm going to be working with you on Jobu's Mutts. You can see the crosses. I'm a chaplain. I'm going to be praying for everybody else in the league. They ain't got a shot.
Ooh. So are you trying to say something about Stewart's picks?
No, not at all. Stewart's got some really nice picks. The difference is,
okay, you're not going to let me draft Dak first?
I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. It's your team. I'm just going to manage it for you. But
okay,
the difference between Stu before and Stu now is now Stu has to draft against me.
Ooh, that sounds like a challenge.
We've drafted in a couple leagues against each other, some dynasties, and yeah, he's upset he didn't learn a little bit sooner.
Oh, so you schooled him is what you're saying?
Earlier this year. He's got infinitely better sense. But,
okay, all right. Well,
yeah,
cool beans on that one.
4 months ago, yeah, no.
So after seeing, I don't know, did you see any of the highlights of Cowboys practice today?
No, with the kids' horse thing, I followed as much news as I could, but for the most part, it was kind of like so and so is getting pulled to the sideline. Okay, they're back on the field. I mean, I'm getting news feeds from every camp, and so there wasn't anything that jumped out to me that said, "Pay attention, text somebody, call somebody, TikTok it."
Well, it looks like Dak seems to be like he took off where he left off. That seems like everything looks good to go. He's throwing darts and everything out there, and what?
We knew that. Yeah, I saw that, but again,
he's alive. He's alive. My son has returned. What's up, man? How you been? Oh my God, I was worried about him. I ain't seen him in like a week.
Can he see me? Does he know we're praying for him?
No, he kind of basically came through and was like, whatever, I'm gone. I'm done. He looks tan. He looks real tan. In fact, he looked good. I look old as crap. I'm old.
I mean, the sun's been down on the East Coast for a while, you know.
He brought me a present. Maybe he should go away more often. That voice on your left shoulder. That's my man, Roz. Wait, hold up. When you going away again? I'm not used to getting stuff.
Hey, tell him Reven's going to come see him if he walks away like that on you.
Okay. All right. So thank God my son is back. It feels like a giant Tootsie Roll. Okay, so you're saying that there's no worries then with Dak Prescott? Oh, we got some sand from the beach. There we go. So he went to the beach. I got some sand. I hope this didn't come out of his bathing suit.
Okay. Well, now, I don't know about that. I was just about to say there are people that actually make they have world map models.
Yeah.
And they put little bottles of sand everywhere they've been or collected or got sent to them.
Yeah.
You know, so.
That would have been something that's been cool because I've actually been thinking about 35 different states. And I never thought about something like that, and I'm not going back to all those states. Look, oh, snap. Hey, look, I can do like Philly 500. I can hold the pinky up with it. So we can have tea. What's that?
I can always send you a bottle. I have some bottle from, when we go down to Florida, and sand from Alaska, where I'm from, I mean, if you want to start
I wonder where he went. I wonder where Mike went. Shout out to you, Mike. Mike. Thank you very much, man, for thinking of me. Lola. What's up, Lola? And Jessica. And Jessica, how are you doing? And we have David Wiley is also in the house. David Wiley will be here tomorrow. He's actually in the draft. His team. What?
I had quite a lot of ladies in tonight.
That's every night, man. You didn't know that this is this is where the lady. This is the club. We in the club getting tipsy.
All right, Mark. I'm going to see if I can zoom this in on the camera here. Help you kind of understand the mentality. Can you
crush the resistance? The first order.
Well, main thing is crush the resistance. Same philosophy I take with football.
Okay. All right. So
talking defense, right?
Well, definitely talking defense. If we've got some semblance of defense. Okay, so now that you have seen at least that Dak Prescott is back, Amari Cooper seems to be back, the Cowboys offense and things, do you think that they are going to be good to use in fantasy football? Do you think the Cowboys will actually be successful this season?
I think all around, no matter what kind of league you're in, there's players across both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. As well as, if you're playing in a full defensive team versus individual defenses,
right?
You can use the full defense because you're going to have games they're going to be peak points. So that benefits. So, even if they're giving up a lot of points,
right,
the points that they're going to score based on the actions, the big plays, the sacks, takeaways, things like that will even out any lack of points you get. You get the most points for a shutout. Congratulations.
Okay.
How many do we have on any given week?
Very few.
So if you're predicting shutouts, and that's why you pick a defense, bad choice. Honestly, if you're Dak and your Amari and your CD and all of them put up a lot of points, just like the Kansas City defense, the other team now has to throw on that defense.
Right.
Now you have the opportunity for more turnovers.
Yeah,
sacks. That's how you get points.
So let me ask this then: the Cowboys' defense on the field was ass, but they did get a lot of takeaways. Towards the end of the season, the first half of the season, they were actually on pace to break the record for ineptitude. But I think they got 12 takeaways in 4 games there for a while. How bad was the Cowboys' defense on fantasy football?
It's a funny question. That's something I actually don't know.
I stumped the band. I stumped the band. You
stumped me because I am what they call a streamer.
Yeah.
So I don't care how well any defense plays over any length of time. I literally will say, okay, Denver's playing the Giants week 1, play Denver.
Yeah.
Week 2, drop Denver, pick up the next guy. And so I don't actually track defense as a whole week by week. I track
take the mic or you can take it. Okay.
But
yeah,
I am never without data. So I can definitely answer that question when we really need to worry about it. Statistically, they were 20th overall in sacks, not good.
Okay.
They were 23rd, tied for 23rd in interceptions, not good.
Oh, okay.
And
comparison, I tell you what, I would have taken that for the season if they had been 23rd in anything, as opposed to 29th.
23rd in interceptions. Did they have a lot of fumble recoveries? Because if you said they had a lot of turnovers, 10 interceptions.
Now they were on pace originally, like the first 4 games or so, to basically beat the record, which was San Francisco, of only getting 7 takeaways in the season. Second half of the season, they turned it up. So I know they got like 12 takeaways in 4 games, I think. So no. So in other words, they were still ass.
Sorry, I'm just. It hurts when I hear people. I say the same thing, so don't feel bad because I make that same mistake. But it's the pace. We call those splits. We extrapolate over a season, things like that, and it's we know it's wrong. We do it, and we know it's wrong, but that's what we do. We only have 16 games to play with. Like, we have to take what we were given. But there was no way in hell they were throwing 6,000 times in a year. Or 6,000 yards. I keep saying times. We know they won't throw 6,000.
See, Dallas was actually 8th in takeaways per game with 1.4 average. Miami led with 1.8.
So then it would have had to have been fumble recoveries. Well, takeaways are fumble recoveries and interceptions.
Yes.
And are you looking at just takeaways, or is it takeaway to
just takeaways?
Ratio?
Just takeaways. They took the ball on average 1.4 times a game.
Right. So you probably had a good number of fumble recoveries, and if you played the Giants twice, that's about 30.
Yeah.
So in that case, if they're averaging 1 or more takeaways a game, that's a usable defense. Because 30 sacks over a 16-game season.
It's only like.
Excuse me, that's
less
at
than 2.
least 4 to 6 points a game.
Okay.
So 4 to 6 points a game, plus let's say a takeaway of 3 points. Now you've got 9.
Mm-hmm.
If you even get 1 point on yards allowed or points allowed, you're looking at 10 points. And for a fantasy defense in a traditional league, that's usable. 20 points when New England had their monster defense about 3 years ago, they were running about 20 20-ish points a game. That was better than some quarterbacks, and that is once ever. So 10 to 15 points is what you really want to project. And if you can project that out, then it's a usable defense all year versus streaming.
Okay.
And we even talked about that in a 32-team league, which means every team has one defense. That's all we get all year. I took Dallas. So for 2021, I hung my season on Dallas. I don't get to stream.
Good night,
I don't
Alan.
get to choose
See
another
you.
one.
Uh-huh.
You know, so that's where I'm sitting on their defense right now.
Okay. All right. Interesting take. All right. So we're just waiting for Stu to go ahead and do the what you call it.
Yeah. Are you already have the share set up? Okay.
I think I did.
Yep. I have it available. So whenever you want me to do it.
Okay. And Mike, did you hook up your mic? Okay. Hang on. Hold it. I got to flip the switch here real quick. Hold it.
We got another follower. On the
I don't know if I am or not.
Okay. Say something in the mic, Mike.
Test us in 1, 2, 3.
Uh-oh. Guys, you're not going to believe it. The Wandering Soul, Michael Anthony Fitness, is back. Guess who's back? Back again. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Everything's good.
Everything's good?
Oh, fitness. Did you just say fitness?
Yes.
Everything's good.
Oh, for the love of all that's holy.
You didn't know that,
I am
Michael?
so sorry. Every time they said MAF, I was thinking mad as.
He is mad as fuck. He thought your name was mad as fuck.
I
Okay.
thought it was like a nickname of some kind.
But that's fitting because I'm sick of this shit. No, but it's Michael Anthony Fitness.
Because
Yes.
my YouTube channel, when I was doing YouTube.
Yeah,
was
when he
a
first
fitness
started, he
channel.
was doing fitness stuff.
But then I stopped doing fitness.
Right. So then it became
You could make a
reactions.
killing TikTok in that.
Yeah.
What in
When
fitness?
I was doing YouTube.
Well, I tell you what.
60-second fitness video. Do these 3 exercises on Monday.
Okay.
60 seconds. Do these 3 on Tuesday. Do these 3 on Wednesday while you're recovering from Monday, Tuesday, and discuss the growth and set up a pattern and then start answering. I mean, oh my gosh, there are fitness people everywhere on this.
Well, I tell you what. Get Philly 500 saying the Cowboys will win the division. Get that one. Get that clip. It's at the 42-second mark of the video where he says, "I think the Cowboys win the division." I was like, what?
The Eagles be lucky to be number 3
All
in the
right.
division.
There's.
I heard a ding dong.
Well, that would be Philly 500. Okay. Stu. There's Stewart. All right, Stewart. All right, Stu. Stu. Where are you, Stu? Stewart.
Stu, you're probably seeing the Jobu.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his Zoom camera set up.
Right, because I had the stream going, and if you go into the Zoom after you do the stream, then it's fucked up. So you don't get to see me tonight.
Oh, well, I'll live.
Okay.
Sorry for being a little bit late, fellas.
That's no problem at all.
No, I was early, so it balances out.
You were early, and I had the celebrity draft today. That was a lot of fun.
Okay.
Got to do a fantasy football draft. Hey, Michael, what's up?
Now today you got too much light in front of your face. You look like Casper the Ghost.
Me or Corey?
You.
Me?
Yeah. You're overexposed.
Mine's just off angle.
I think it's because you don't have any light on behind you. So you are definitely lighting is funny and it's crazy. There you go. There we go. Now we see your beautiful face there. There we go. All right. If you could do one more thing, if you could turn the camera so you're kind of in the center of the screen, just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. All right. I'm just a pain in the ass. All right, everybody. We have my man D2 Stu, a.k.a. Mr. Wolf, okay? He's running the fantasy football in the Discord channel along with Corey, our fantasy football expert. And we have sitting over here, Michael Anthony Fitness Reaction is back from Parts Unknown. Welcome back, Mike. And He was at the beach hanging out. Okay. He hanging out with all the ladies?
Just one.
Oh, he's hanging out. Okay. He's hanging out with one lady. All right. I'm going to get some details on that later. But we're going to do our fantasy football tomorrow. We're going to be doing, starting 3:30, our live stream for our league number 3. I know David Wiley will be in the house tomorrow. I don't know if we're cooking anything or not because, like I said, I'm embarrassed now. He has put me to shame.
Wait, he actually cooked last weekend too?
No, he didn't come in last weekend. No,
Oh.
no. I'm just, he ruined me on that trip, man. I'm telling you.
Well, he's a master at kebabs.
I'm
how,
just not cooking.
You know how good his kebabs are?
How good?
So when he was here for the draft, he left a thing of kebabs upstairs, like a pan of them. Kayla took them all with her.
I don't know that I got any.
I'm just saying, during the draft.
So that's what happened. So that's why I didn't get any. Okay. All right. So.
That's how good they were.
Stu's like, I'm tired. Can we get this thing going?
Raising my hand over here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just real quick, while I was late, for anybody that gives two shits, I run a nonprofit called Dream to Walk. Raise money for people with spinal cord injuries to get therapy that's not covered by insurance. And we purchase in-home exercise bikes that have electric stimulus pads that help develop muscle, help reverse atrophy, prevent atrophy, circulation, cardio, all that kind of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I was late, we had a fantasy football draft that Fantasy Football Hustler put together with Adam Rank, James Coe, and Marcus Grant from the NFL Network, Smitty from the Fantasy Football Show, Bogart, who's been on the show, and a bunch of our friends all donating, or all the league fees are being donated directly to Dream to Walk in when we do. So that's why I ran a little bit behind today.
All right, that's outstanding stuff. And you're going to be doing stuff with Texas, the Texas Giving Day too, right?
North Texas Giving Day, September 23rd. I'll be getting with you pretty soon about that.
Wow, that's only a month away. Less than a month away. Okay, cool beans.
Time's flying, man. Time's flying. Even North Texas Giving Day wants the season to be here.
Yeah, I mean, we're only 12 days, 23 hours, 1 minute and 40 seconds away from kickoff against Tampa Bay. So if you're not excited now, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
31 Dallas.
All right, Roz.
He's not. Hold up.
Let me see if the Eagles.
You say North Texas, like North Texas, the region.
Right.
Yeah.
Not North Texas, the school.
No, that's where I went to school and threw tortillas at our own football team because they sucked that bad.
Right. So
okay, because I just, I guess I should have probably said something when we first met. I graduated Troy.
Wow.
Okay, and the Sun Belt division always belonged to us. North Texas just allowed to hang out.
I told you we used to anyway, throw tortillas at our own players. I had a fraternity brother on the team. I'd look for him and just pop.
All right.
Lord Nova, I got you. I got you on that super chat.
Day, the whole DFW area, North Texas. It's a big online fundraiser all day on September 23rd. We qualify for different cash prizes every hour. As long as we have a $5 donation or more every hour through the whole day, we qualify for cash prizes along the way. It's a fun deal.
All right. Okay. Are we ready to get the race going? Who's in it tonight?
Sure. Throwing me off.
We got Jobu's Mutts. And by the way, Stuart.
Yes, sir.
Brother Roz said he's kicking your ass tomorrow, by the way.
I'm sure. He's been pulling some overtime with me being caught up in the hyperbaric chambers crap the last couple weeks.
Okay.
Roz is good people. I enjoy talking to him.
Stu, you see the crosses I'm wearing, right? That's because I'm praying for y'all. You going to need it in this one?
Oh, damn. We got fantasy football.
That's Roz's version of saying he's going to be better at drafting your team with you than me. I ain't worried about it.
Well, no, I didn't say it like that. But, I mean, if you want to take it that way, I'm not going to argue.
I'm just translating for the people that don't understand.
Okay. Damn. All right. So, Jobu Mutts, do we know who Sing 17 is? And
Sing 17 is actually my former protege who finally whooped me in our local high dollar league last year. For the first time.
Is this a studs league here?
No. Trust me. He's already been asking me for help. And I told him, I said, once you beat me, that's it.
Oh, hang on. I got to acknowledge one of the ladies up in here.
Let's see.
Damn, Gina, how you doing? All right.
And Mark, that celebrity draft, it's a super flex league. So basically, you start a quarterback on the super flex. You can start running back, wide receiver, tight end, or QB.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, it's a 2 QB league.
Okay.
I had the 3rd overall pick. I wound up with Dak at 3.
Yeah.
And then I picked up CeeDee Lamb in the 4th round.
Okay.
Carry on.
All right. We got Team Dream. Dak is back. Fighting Lions. Troy D. D2 Stu. Born Winner. David Wiley. Cowboys Rock. And Mike J. Vermont Mike J. And Mike Jenkins.
What's up in the Discord?
Okay. All right.
All right. So, same thing as before. How many shuffles we want?
We did 4 last time. And
we did 94 the first time.
Which is okay. So Micah is what, 11?
We can do 94 again. I'm wearing Gregory as of yesterday.
Yeah, okay. We can do that. 94 works for me.
Y'all just want to make me click this all night.
That too. It's because I love you, Ross.
Joshua,
all right, I need a new
jerseys.
mouse.
I love the throwback jerseys. Roscoe's like, I don't know you no more, Mike.
All right. So, Jobu Mutz is at the top still. I wonder if that's a sign.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm all the way down at the bottom down there.
Damn.
I wonder if that's a sign.
All right, let's see. Last time I was numero uno. All right, are you ready?
It's so much easier when you have him on camera because there's so much he can't say. All right, here's our 1 to 6 yards. And are we ready to rush?
I'm ready.
3.
Dang.
Okay. Look at Joe.
Oh.
Fighting Lions breaking out.
10 who?
Wiley looks like he's stuck in the kitchen.
Yeah. But he picked it up. Jobu Mudd's got a stride. Troy D on the bottom is kicking ass.
My power chair battery is running low. Come on.
Born Winner has got the lead right now. Born Winner. Troy D is trying to, but Born Winner.
That's all right. That's all right. Put us in the middle.
We get burst, and then it looks like I need to take a nap with Jobu's nuts.
Mike J fighting off Mark.
Oh, where did Sting come from?
Damn.
He's Filipino. His legs are shorter.
Damn. I'm ass today.
Oh my gosh! I mean, he just blew away everybody.
I might be taking.
Where did Stu come from?
Get in there,
Stu.
Yes,
Stu's
sir.
Up in there. Okay. Damn.
Oh wow!
I look tired.
You went out too fast.
Damn. What happened?
Wow, you went from 1st to 8.
Damn.
Have fun, Ross.
Damn. Dak is back. Damn, he looked like he's been off for about 3 weeks.
You know what? It's that ankle.
Hey.
Damn, Dak. What's up with that? Dak is not. Dak is not. Look, Dak is way. It should be. Dak is way back. Okay, because Dak is 12. Damn.
It's I get, especially non-fanboy Cowboys fans. I get it all the time. Dak's ankle. I got it during that celebrity draft. I'm gonna laugh my ass off when the gym rat workout warrior linebacker of a quarterback starts having a rushing touchdown every other game.
All right. Okay. Well, that sounds like a winner. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 3:30 then, right? And yeah, are we still having a 4th, or we don't have enough people yet on that one?
See what happens tomorrow.
We're going to take a look. We have had several requests, but not enough to fill it. So we need to at least have enough interest for it to be full.
Yeah, I agree.
Or at least filling.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not past 6 people yet, and 6 people is half the league. So if we
Gotcha.
can't get past that,
then it's not worth
then
it.
we're not
Yeah.
going to host a 4th one.
Quality.
I'm really hoping that tomorrow people in the chat really want to jump in. Anybody that just got caught up throughout the month with preseason or life,
Yeah.
that they come back and jump in and say, hey, missed the chance. I wanted to come in. And it's like, look, if we missed you, great, not a problem.
He didn't catch
You know, we're not holding that against anybody. We want you
He didn't catch
to
it.
live your life first, just make football more important.
Okay. All right, guys. I will catch
Posting
you.
the link to Discord right now.
Oh, okay. And we're getting ready to start the second half with the Eagles up 21-10. And I'm
I am
sure
going
that,
to copy the 100-yard rush to Discord as well.
I couldn't get it on the Game Pass, or I don't know how to. I've got it on here on the TV. If you can get it on, if you can figure out how.
It might just be at the login again.
I tried, but I'm old and technology challenged. Troy Daniels, I'd like to be the 4th one as well. Troy Daniels said he'd like to join in.
Troy Daniels, he is 4th in the rush.
The Chiefs
order.
are up 20-3, and they look like in mid-season form. They did play Pat Mahomes to start the game out. Why? Shh. Pat Mahomes don't need to work the way they were working.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun game, Kansas City, Dallas.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine's a Kansas City fan that's in the home league that I'll be drafting on Sunday.
All right, so you got the Troy Daniels would like to join in, right?
And JSR 4 he'd like as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We will put him on the list for JSR 4 tentatively.
Yeah, if we get enough for that one.
Looking at it, that's C-Dub and Troy Daniels that want to play in multiples, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have a new member or a new subscriber that messaged me, a Texas bred Cowboy 83.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to the game, I guess, Mark.
All right, so the second half has started. We'll probably watch a little bit of it till at least 10 o'clock, and then we'll be out. I'll probably go to bed early because I'm tired. There's been so much news with the Cowboys, with Dak getting back, Zeke Elliott redoing his, getting his contract restructured, and explaining to people that it's not that he gave money back. I literally had somebody who commented on my channel and said, yeah, unlike that greedy-ass quarterback, Dak Prescott, Zeke gave money back, and it's like, wait a minute, Dak just got his contract. You don't restructure a contract the first year you get it. And it's like, Zeke did not give money back. They just restructured it. They just moved. It was literally an accounting thing, okay? They said it's not here, it's over here, but we're going to have to pay more later. It's just like, my God, sometimes.
What position do you think they're freeing up the cap space for if they're going to sign somebody?
Well, that's where I'm kind of wondering, because they had $6 million, which is
emergency funds.
But you usually say you want 4 to 6 to have for emergency funds if you got to sign somebody during the year, right? They already had that. They had 6.
Well,
so, freeing up an extra $6 million, yeah, you can roll it in, but you're actually making it harder down the road with Zeke to have some money just sitting there. To me, it's like if I took my credit card and I got a cash advance or a couple $1,000 and I put it in the stock market. I'm paying interest on that and hoping that it'll at least make more money on it than I'm paying in interest. You know what I'm saying? So unless you're planning on doing something, and this is where I wonder, maybe they're planning on getting Randy Gregory's deal done.
that would be interesting. That would be good.
Because he's only $1 million right now, and you know what edge rushers are worth. When you start looking at T.J. Watt's, it's going to be like $28 million and shit like that. Yeah.
They already believe in him. They stuck with him this whole time. If they get that done before he can put the stats up this year.
Right, exactly. So that's where I kind of wonder, you're probably planning on doing something. I know the Joneses say they're done with doing contracts until next year, but, they say a lot of things in Dallas. We're finished signing contracts till the end of the year, and bam, here we go,
I'll tell you, you guys should probably ignore. I've seen some crazies out there talking about trades, and that just doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, always. Well, the thing is you always hear people proposing, trade Jalen Smith. He's going out. First of all, you got to find somebody who wants to trade and give up something for Jalen Smith, and you're still going to pay for Jalen Smith when he goes. So that doesn't exactly work, the way everybody thinks it's going to.
Even as much as we all talk about Jalen's play last year and him being, fourth on the depth chart? I mean, you don't want to – nobody's going to give you enough for him. He's a better insurance policy than he is a trade piece.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the only thing you're going to get out of that is the Jets deep on the roster look bad. Boy, that was a bad sack. Yeah, you're basically going to pay to get rid of him to get maybe a 6th or 7th round draft pick, and it's kind of like right at this point you keep him for depth. You're not saving anything at all by getting rid of him, and I don't see that happening. But
there is one thing, and it's not done frequently, but it is done. And there's two ways they do it. But one thing is other teams willing to adopt the contract. And that requires either splitting the cost between the teams or one team completely buying it out. But I mean, those are options, even if guys are under contract for future years, to address the cap hits. But then if the wording isn't proper, the original team still takes the hit.
Right. And that's what they ended up doing, like the Giants did with Odell Beckham Jr. They had to pay to get rid of him. That's what happened with Carson Wentz. The Eagles, Carson Wentz is getting $32 million from the Eagles. They've got more dead. They got $49 million in dead money of $185 million cap because they literally paid to say, Carson, get the hell out. And
they didn't need a receiver. I mean, he was ass.
Yeah.
However Philly says it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to get back to Philly 500, and we'll see you guys.
It was a long day out in Jersey. I'm going to
pass out.
I'm going to cut it out.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
All right.
Have a good
see you
weekend,
guys.
everybody.
Peace out. All right. So that was D2 Stu and Roz. We'll be doing our fantasy football draft tomorrow. Let's go back to Philly 500. We know you see the glow with Philly 500, right?
Washington or Dallas.
You see he's got a glow right now.
Eagles are actually winning for a change.
I could put on a Washington jersey and nobody knows who the hell
The
it
Eagles
is.
are winning.
They don't have a name. They don't have a logo. They look like a college team jersey. So it just looks like a jersey with nothing. Cowboy jerseys people know.
Gina says, everybody have a shot. It's Friday. Gina, it's a long time no see. Where you been hiding, girl?
I know, right?
Vikings are definitely looking like ass. But again, let's be clear. It's preseason where, especially this one.
And they just drafted a quarterback, too, so he's going to look like ass.
Yeah.
Until he's ready to start.
I don't know if it's going to be the second.
Ryan says, put Philly 500 on. It's more funnier.
But I think the Chargers are a team that's going to be.
I'm our Mark. See you after I make some coffee. Sugar Daddy Williams, I'll see you later. Thanks for being here.
Have you ever had Mexican Coke? I've never had Mexican Coke. No.
It's got real sugar in it. It's good. It's actually real good. What's up? The great one.
I love it.
So,
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even have a name.
How you doing, man? You got a nice tan, man.
They can't even use the name.
Were you laying out in the beach or were you swimming in the beach? What were you doing?
Swimming.
I've had so many people say, "Where's Mike at?" I'm like, I don't know. He's just been missing. I put you on
enjoying life. That's what I was doing.
I literally, if you look around some of the milk cartons, I had your picture on it. I said, "Have you seen him?" Roscoe has been like, "Damn."
But you know where I was.
That's the plan.
I don't know, man. I'm forgetful. Roscoe was like, is Roscoe even down here? Yeah, he's like, screw you. Screw you. He's got treats.
He always likes to go upstairs. So
yeah,
that's nothing new.
I think he's mad at you. He's like, shh, just left me for a week. All right, so. Oh my God, Lola says, "Oh my God."
Yeah, but we had a good time with the people I went with.
Okay, all right.
We had a really good time.
I guess so, because I thought you were going to be back on Tuesday. Tuesday went to Wednesday. Wednesday went to Thursday. Thursday went to Friday. I was like...
But who's the one who had tooth surgery?
At least, you know what? Don't even remind me of that stuff. But it felt like I was watching Harlem Nights. Hello, Dad? Yeah. How you doing? I'm never coming back. Click. I'm like, damn.
I can't leave him hanging for work.
Yeah, well, Tuesday we got to go down and get these cabinets and stuff installed.
Oh, good. Now I can work on Monday.
I actually talked to your sister about taking care of things, taking care of the dogs, because we got to really bust a hump and get this stuff going.
And that's what we're going to do next week, bust a hump.
All right, we'll bust a hump.
I have a choice but to.
Michael Anthony almost looks like a cross between Dak and Zeke together.
You know what happened this weekend, though?
Had to run, huh?
Somebody else said I look like Dak Prescott.
It's not the first person that said that you look like Dak
somebody
Prescott.
else did this weekend.
Have you ever had Charlie? I never had it. No.
Well, I wish you had Dak Prescott's money.
I know. I wish I did too.
I said, can I hold something?
Yeah, he can hold something if I had Dak Prescott's money. I mean, I think he just brought his brother a house in Dallas.
I'm sure he did.
His surviving brother.
You were living it up in Ocean City, and you'll send me some gifts. So I appreciate that, Gina. Zeke cut in line.
This is the ugly part, man. This is when it gets
I don't know what they mean by Zeke
He
cut.
got his
Well,
contract.
that was way behind.
Mullins does stink. That was too hard.
Well, news on the Cowboys. Dak is back.
I'm not
again.
blaming my man Holyfield on that.
Dak is back, and boy, does he look good, my friend. Dak is back. Dak is back. Dak is back. Kirk Cousins or Ryan Fitzpatrick about the same quarterback. I will say, actually, Kirk Cousins is better than Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Because he actually did something with the Washington. He's a better quarterback.
Well, I've actually got, and I haven't had a chance to actually put it up today. I've talked to a Washington fan ambassador, Rio.
I'm surprised.
And he's good people. I have not got the video up because I'll put it up tomorrow. But
they actually have ambassadors for Washington?
They have like 35 fan ambassadors that they have extra
Shout out to them for ambassadors.
access. They got extra access to the stadium and the players and so on, that they are actually able to give input on the Washington football team. So I said, did you tell them to get a quarterback? Jet D in the house.
Jet
oh
D,
man,
long time no see.
You know what? I'm surprised Philly 500 didn't go through and say that he was coming for.
Mark Holmes, I'm coming for your meat.
I'm surprised he's not coming for Jets meats, because Jets got some good brisket.
Right.
I want to get some of that.
11:28 third quarter. Extreme booty.
If somebody took your Cowboys gear off your car, what would you do? I mean, you'd have to know who it was that took it off, I guess.
You ever watch the Bronx?
Are you saying Cowboys gear that's like, decals and stickers, or are you saying that you had Cowboys gear inside your car that you were like, and they took it?
And he gets all the angry.
And of course, Philadelphia's back.
I think so, Teddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hate, man, that's like an art form, man.
Because teams actually winning for a change.
Born a hater, like myself.
Doesn't matter, though.
A lot of cats think they hate, but man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man.
Okay, they're playing the Jets.
Man, I only got one car.
And Hurts is not playing.
Man, that's played out, man. I hate on it.
The Eagles can't beat the Jets in the regular season. I don't know when the last time they actually beat the Jets in the regular season.
You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real
hating is all about. The Eagles always have an issue with the Jets and the Bengals in regular season.
Yeah, but this isn't regular season. This is consolation. This is consolation bowl.
That's why.
This is guys that are on the cutting block.
That's why they're feeling so good tonight, because they finally beat the. They're finally gonna beat the Jets.
Simba, I'll catch you later. Appreciate you, bro.
I like mush. Right, mush. We've been mushed. We've been pizzled. It's like the same.
Pause.
Pizzle.
Pause.
Definitely like mush. Zeke looks like an angry American bulldog, Philly. Yeah, right.
It's funny how Cowboys are always on their
back in
thoughts.
2017. That was one hell of a ride. You look like a Walmart version of Tony Stark 5. Definitely not Walmart. I think Target. I'm a Target version of Tony Stark, not Walmart. I can't do Walmart.
Tony Stark as an Iron Man?
I know.
Wait, hold up.
I'm doing a good job with it.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
You look like Kevin James. I definitely look like Kevin James. But you know who I really look like? And people.
Kevin James.
I look like a lot of people.
You look like Philly 500.
I look like some dude. I can't remember the name of. What the hell is the guy? Some guy from some TV, some reality show. I don't know. I never watched it.
You know what, Lola? I didn't even notice that. He is sitting down. But he did say that he thinks that the Cowboys win the division.
You know what I mean?
He said Dak Prescott is the best player in the division. I couldn't believe it. I literally almost fell out the chair.
There you go. Philly version of Tony Stark. Where's my Iron Man thing? And that's why I look like Mark Holmes' stepbrother. Oh my God! Yeah, me and Mark Holmes is starring in Step Brothers 2.
There we go.
Here's a handoff.
Yeah.
Jets goes for a couple.
Oh boy.
Johnson on it. You like
talking sports, huh?
You're John Runyon with a beard. There you go.
Spooky. Yeah, that's spooky.
Definitely. I like what you did.
We'd be like the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I'm Chumley. I still don't know who the hell that is.
Oh, D Shaft. Come on, man. Stay Puft Marshall. That's mean, man.
Bigelow.
Oh, man. Snooky. Oh, come on, man. Y'all are mean up in here.
Throw deep down the field, and it is almost picked off by McPherson. Nice
oh,
coverage.
My goodness.
3rd and 5 upcoming. Chumley, yeah, that's what people say.
Yeah, this
like
is
Chumley,
getting.
Yeah, that's what people say. I don't even
this
know
game's
how
getting
that
ugly now.
It is.
Pillsbury Doughboy or Michelin Man. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Be nice.
The closest I ever came, it's like.
His stuff is freezing up now on him. We've lost the feed. We've lost the sound from Philly. No sound, Philly.
Looks like
there
play
you
clock
go.
Expired.
All right, so I think we've been just looking at a really ugly game here with two bad teams.
I mean, the Eagles already won this game.
We both have the same speed. You know, I'm a little faster than Iverson. I'm Fat Flash. Fat Flash, I could probably break the.
I was at Ocean City for a week at Gina C. Okay.
Philly 500, yes.
Come and forget. Family First, still working on that. I'm still waiting to see what's going on in the next couple of weeks with COVID and stuff, how that's going to go. So I'm planning on it. I just haven't made concrete plans yet.
Well, there's nothing else Washington.
Well, we're definitely doing Washington.
I'm okay just doing Washington because.
Well, now that I've met Rio, we're going to be doing a joint tailgate.
Because at least at Washington, all you got to do is show up.
I have no idea what happened.
Show up in the parking lot. That's all you got to do.
There's a fumble and the Eagles recovered, but I was dealing with the sound. Eagles recovered a fumble on 3rd and 5. I got to see the play again. I totally missed it. Cager looks like he fumbled. Let's see. You guys can hear
this
me
game
now,
has gotten ugly.
Yes, it has.
There's a call. He's down. I think. Oh, interception. Never touched the ground. So they're saying Cage got tackled and it rolled over and it looked like he picked off. We got to see the replay. Sound is good, man. Okay, did I go out? Did I really cut out there?
Yes, you did. And it was a beautiful thing.
Barney.
Green Barney.
How would you feel if Carson gets us
what the hell?
32nd? I mean, look, if he gets us the third, yeah, that would be hard to swallow. That I wouldn't like because that means he won a Super Bowl. And then we're going to have to live with the whole idea that for years the Eagles cut a quarterback who went and won a Super Bowl.
That would be cool.
I wouldn't like it. Phil,
Troy Daniels, I'm out for the evening. I will see you tomorrow, Troy. Thanks for being here. It's been a long day. I'm actually not far away from being out myself.
People think I'm rocket on, real good looks, moves real. Yeah, I look like him. Jason Travis Kelce's lost brother. That a lot of people say Jason Kelce. I get the most I get is Denzel Washington. I definitely look like Denzel Washington. We got the same smile, you know. So I definitely look like Denzel. But after Denzel, probably Jason Kelce. So you should do reaction videos. Top 10 worst plays in NFL.
Did he say Denzel? He didn't really say
Roderick Steps, thank you so much for Super Chat.
He didn't really say that he looks like Denzel Washington.
I know Denzel Washington Dallas Cowboy fan, but still.
Thank you for the Super Chat, right? Yeah,
I know Denzel Washington Dallas Cowboy fan, but still.
He's the commie version of LeBron. I'm free market LeBron. But here's what happened.
I'm speechless on that one. Michael Anthony Fitness.
Channel. So I see a thing. It's like going to exercise on some arm curls or some doing arm exercises. I'm like, all right, let me go see what he's doing. Maybe I can learn something. Of course, I need to get in shape. I click on Michael Anthony Fitness's video, and he's laying down sleeping. He's like laying down, taking a nap, snoring. I'm like, well, where the hell's the fitness? Where's the fitness part of this? And that's where it came from. I still can't find it. You know? Can I do a reaction video? Maybe. Yeah, I could try.
He is nuts.
Yeah. King Kong don't got nothing on Philly. That's it. Yeah, John Madden, I could see. I could hear, boom. I can hear you now. J-Jaw standing in the rain and it's warm. J-Jaw song. I need a J-Jaw song. Yeah. 500, you should do a video of all your rage moments. That would be epic. You know how many rage moments I have?
I have
a lot of rage moments. Like, people don't realize how much I go off. Like, I make fun of Bad Dog, but I get mad just as angry. That looked like an interception. Did it hit the ground? That's an interception, dude. How could this guy say it shouldn't be an interception? How could that not be an interception? It never hit the ground. I'm the love child from Kelsey and Big Ben.
Okay.
That's a pick.
Pause.
Yeah, it's an interception. This Jets announcer saying it shouldn't count because he rolled over or something. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. That was a pick. Nice pick.
All right, Philly. If you say so.
I'll say we're related. We're both cannoli eaters.
Rambling Rio, my team can win and is going to win the division for back-to-back years. Our defense is the best unit in the division, followed by the Cowboys offense.
I still don't know who that is.
So you believe that the Washington defense is better than the Cowboys?
Who won the division last time our division was ass? The Washington football team.
I'm going to ask actually a real question here.
That's last time.
What's y'all's opinion of New England last year? Do you guys think New England was a good team last year?
No, but they did that on purpose.
Well, no, but hold on.
Here's a play action.
They were subpar.
Hold on. Right, but so Washington or New England?
Oh, New England.
You think okay?
Because New England, they know how to game the system.
Well, no, I'm just saying last year.
Oh, last year I would say
Washington or New England.
Was open. Mullen stinks.
I would say New England is a better team than
Washington. Well, they had the exact same record, 7-9.
Looked like he hurt himself.
7-9, and I dare say that when you looked at the division, they had Buffalo and Miami, two teams that were pretty good. I look at the Cowboys, Washington, without Dak, Cowboys, Eagles, and Giants, and y'all had the same record. But here it is, New England. You look at it and say, "Oh, they were ass last year."
Yeah, but they're going.
Washington, they say, is great. Well, guess what?
Yeah, but
guess what?
New England's going to rebound.
Same record.
New England's going to rebound.
New England had a tougher road to hoe, and also too, they had a first place schedule. So here's perception versus reality. Washington, you're not that good. You're not that good. Sorry. Michael Crosshorse, there's no way in the world. No, let me look at. Let's look at the teams that they faced. Hold on.
I got bad eyes.
But also, too, New England gained the system.
He just got to get a chance.
Which you already know that's what they do.
He's fighting. Holyfield. Thing with Holyfield is you could tell watching him play. He needs to play more. He needs more reps because there are times where he holds up. He tries to make that one move that you don't do in the NFL. When he just hits the hole, he's good. Why does Mark Holmes like stalking me? Obviously, because I look like Denzel Washington.
Oh, God, you're really on crack, dude.
Your high school team is 1-0. William Kettner, man. Shout out to your high school team. 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the 20. 8:55 in the third quarter. Stinky Nick Mullins is the quarterback. He's going to hand off to Elijah Holyfield. Elijah Holyfield's going to run. Going to bull over a guy, get about 9 yards.
Okay, I'm pulling up the record.
9 yards.
From last year.
I want Holyfield to make this team too, Shane. I do. Because I'm telling you, holding on the Eagles. Mother humper.
God, why am I having a hard time finding the schedule?
Shit. Any news? No. A-Track, none.
You should be able to look it up on Google.
I'm Googling everything I'm coming up to. Okay, here we go. All right, so Eagles schedule last year. They play. Okay. Now, keep in mind, Washington, You're saying that you guys were better than New England, right? Your victories were 2 against the Cowboys, 2 against the Eagles. The Steelers was the only playoff team that you beat. 49ers and Cincinnati.
49ers had Josh Rosen as a starting quarterback.
All right, so here we have New England. They played the Miami Dolphins, Seattle Seahawks, the Raiders, Kansas City, Denver, San Francisco, Buffalo, Jets, Baltimore, Texans, Cardinals, Chargers, Rams, Miami, Buffalo Bills, and the Jets. So you look at them playing the Bills. That's 2 playoff teams right there they played against, right?
And he would have been good.
You look at the Baltimore Ravens playoff team, the Rams playoff team.
Let's take Holyfield.
Right?
J-Joe Gainwell can do both. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. 3rd and 15.
Kansas City playoff team, Seattle Seahawks playoff team.
And I'm going,
Miami made playoffs last year, right?
3rd and 15.
I think they did, but
right.
They didn't win that division.
So that's 8 games. 8 games against playoff teams. Washington, you had 1.
I like Holyfield, man.
And you're saying that
I want Holyfield to make
New England was ass, but Washington was good. Is that what we're trying to say?
Holyfield needs reps. He needs time.
See, this is, again, perception versus reality.
I kind of like Holyfield.
Oh, my goodness. You know what's funny, guys? It's almost like Beetlejuice. If you say Beetlejuice, 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 he appears. I know I said Rio a couple of times here because I did a video with Rio, and damn if he's not up in here. Shout out to Rio. Rambling Rio Robinson. What's up, man? So I'm going to go ahead and put out that video. There's so much shit that's been going on today, Rio. I didn't put it out yet. I'm going to put it out tomorrow before lunch. Rio. Perception versus reality. I keep seeing all you Washington fans up in here that are saying, that you guys are so good.
There we go.
That you're so good. Best team in the division far and away. And I kind of said, who would you take last year? Washington or New England?
New England all day.
And both of you had the same record, but I look at it and say, New England had a first place schedule. They played better competition than you guys did. And had the same record. Do you have a response for that, Rambling Rio? Do you?
And what I see from Holyfield is a guy that I think is making, is doing things like trying to make that one extra move sometimes and then losing yards.
That just one extra move.
Reps. But when he hits the hole, he's very fast, a lot faster than you think.
He's very fast.
You think you can't
get he said, right. Jessica, we know he's crazy because he says he looks like Denzel Washington.
You want to see me have
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. He said he looks like Denzel Washington. Rio Rob, see, you know what? I really like Rio because Rio is at least realistic.
Good though. I mean, Howard looks fast.
He's realistic. I tell you what happened with New England. Cam Newton was looking good until he came down and was put on the COVID list. I think he may have gotten hit pretty bad because he was not the same when he came back. And that kind of was a tailspin for that season. I dare say, I think that New England is going to be back with a vengeance this year.
Well, they know how to game the system.
Why is Nick?
Well, they didn't game the system last. Well,
yeah, they did because they put all the players on COVID.
Well, the players had the choice. It was up to the players whether or not they wanted to.
And they got money back from them not playing.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not mad at them.
I'm not mad either because they know how to game the system.
You know what they say, Mike?
What we've heard about.
I'm not hating on them.
You play to win the game.
That's what they say. Hello?
Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
You play to
win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win.
That's right.
When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
It's New England plays to win the game. They do.
Here's a return.
Bill Belichick's father was.
Yeah, they've had a couple. Jets have had a couple good returns.
He has military
on the
mind.
Eagles today. All we returned up to 31.
But remember, guys, this game, just like all the other preseason games, mean nothing. And for all those that Skip Bayless says that I need Dak Prescott to play, Carson Wentz ain't played in preseason. Jalen Hurts ain't played none in preseason. And Jalen Hurts has only played 5 games in his career.
You should at least play a quarter.
Yeah. So come Sunday, we end up having our last preseason.
Are they actually out there celebrating because they're winning?
Well, this is in New York. This is with the Jets fan.
Oh.
Holy is like Derrick Henry. Well, Derrick
Henry. It's actually safer to go to the stadium.
I tell you, I like them. 6:46 left.
I don't know if it's that safe.
It's safer than going to Philly.
The Cager.
Oh, that's true. David Wiley, he's going to be here tomorrow. David, should I cook anything, David? Because I don't want to be embarrassed.
My favorite Eagle player, Tim, is Reggie White. He's my all-time favorite.
David Wiley in the house.
He would be my number
Chef
1. Number
extraordinaire.
2 would be Cunningham. Number 3 would be Brian Dawkins. Those were my top 3 of all time.
We do desperately need a quarterback, and I'm real about my Washington football team.
Like McDonald. I didn't see
quarterback. The thing is, quarterback is one of those things. It's hard to get one, man.
They had one. Kirk Cousins. They screwed that up. Kirk Cousins was the best.
Is he really quarterback?
He was the best thing they had.
But doesn't mean that he was a quarterback. I mean, they done been through some ass.
Have you seen a ghost before? I've seen Demon before. I got thrown across.
That crook in New England set the whole season up last year. Well, Gina, I can't. Like I said, you play to win the game. He took advantage of what was there, so we can't hate on him for doing it. I said it from the beginning. I knew that was what they're doing.
I'm streaming through my computer, so that always is a little bit of a delay. And then I'm doing the YouTube thing, and that's on a delay. So once we get the regular season, I can stream through my TV. It won't.
You can stream through your TV.
Delay.
You mean watch the game from you? Okay.
Catch on like Bubba.
Washington football team should go get RG3. Come on, man. Come on.
I don't even think he's in football.
David.
You want to hear the story?
I hadn't planned on cooking anything. It's kind of early afternoon. What you want on the menu, man?
We'll stream it. It's a whole nother thing.
Jalen Hurts will surprise people in week 1.
I haven't played that game.
Eagles are bad. Well, the Eagles, they won the game tonight. I mean, this is backups. We're talking about backups.
By Demon. I have a whole other story, though. And I was not high on drugs. Just because that's the first thing people ask.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I'll tell you that story someday. I actually told it like a few times. People think it's funny. They don't believe me. But it's true.
It's true. You're a dingbat.
I would be the 666 like I'm good. Good. So the 777 I can deal with. 666 scares me. You ever got you a succum screwed me in a sleep? A succum screwed me in a sleep.
Come on, Rio. 5 and 12.
2 people.
Come on, man. You're being too nice to the Eagles.
Yeah, that's the girl.
You're being too nice.
Yeah, I've heard.
He said 5 and 12.
Oh, I think the Giants might win one more game.
Hands off to Adam.
I honestly don't think the Giants are that good.
Nice tackle.
I've seen Daniel Jones sucks. Mark my words. Daniel Jones, they will replace him next year along with Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett, we already know is going to be gone.
And the judge.
We already know
you watch. The judge is going to be gone too.
Jason Garrett's going to be gone too if he's not head coach.
Dana Jett says Washington football team 7-10. Damn.
Well, I'll tell you guys.
It wouldn't surprise me if that happened. I'll be honest. I'm not trying to hate, but I just don't see. I don't see Washington being the ones to break the curse. No team has won the division and won it back-to-back since 2003, 2004. And nobody, at best, 2 of the teams ended up holding serve with the record they had the year before.
The Eagles are playing.
But more times than not, they lose more games the next year.
I gotta make sure that.
So I'm not saying that it can't happen.
Where she could hear me before I tell her.
Uh-oh. What?
Is that the Adams to play for? Yeah, that was the Adams to play for Philly.
What, Philly? Are you going to tell a secret?
I can't get 10-foot thing, but let me hear it. You're 12. You won't sleep tonight if I tell you that story.
Tell it.
All right, Morgan.
Tell a story.
Adams.
We need something good, Philly.
He's going to get about 6. You can tell when it's Adams because he runs so high. Philly 500 Cunningham, but Shane Randall Cunningham is my favorite quarterback of all time.
Okay. Philly D, what's up?
My favorite quarterback of all time.
What has Dallas done? Oh boy, here we go. Philly D.
We won 5 Super Bowls. That's what we did.
Met a lizard person, no.
Only won 1.
You mean a reptilian, right?
And our last world championship was the year that we became a franchise.
Here we go.
So
Haterade.
That's a tough one.
Come on now, Philly.
But if you catch me on another day, I may say sirloin. Right now, I go T-bone.
I tell you what, I'm getting kind of tired tonight because it's been a long week and I haven't been sleeping after this. They messed up my teeth. But I'm going to do a drawing here for a Joe Barty.
In my streams, they always bait me.
I'm going to do a drawing here for a Joe Barty.
Like the next week. Why did you do that? Why don't talk about that stuff?
It's getting kind of full in here.
Okay. On thin ice this year.
Dig deep.
I think if these guys don't develop, some of these young guys, I think he could. 3rd and 1 for the Jets. The 23. Here's a handoff first.
All right. We got an orange one here.
And then some. Oh, he ran. Ty Johnson just ran over.
Went down deep. Let's see.
He just ran over somebody.
Who are we going to get? We're
59 on the football team because
Jason Renfro. No relation to Mel Renfro. Jason Renfro is our winner tonight. Jason Renfro. All right, so Jason Renfro, shout out to you. You are our winner tonight. Email me at cowboysmark94@gmail so that way we can get you taken care of. Sonia Scott, another new lady in the house. Welcome to the channel.
First and 10 at the 15. There's a handoff right up the middle. It goes about 8 to the east.
Okay, so Mike, you've been gone for a while, man. Did you miss us? Did you miss the channel? Did you miss working? Did you miss anything? Are you happy to be back?
My dad,
it's time to go back to work.
In that era,
time to go to work, huh? Okay.
We working on Sunday.
Told me all about
all right.
I came
on Sunday.
And started watching at the end of Jaworski.
You mean deliveries?
When they would pull him out on
you doing deliveries tomorrow?
Harold
I'm going to my uncle's.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. 50th birthday.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
all great guys.
All right. Well, you got anything to add? Are you ready for the season? Or you looking forward to stuff? Anything?
I'll tell you my most feared player of all time.
His most feared. Who's your most feared?
There's a handoff to Adam.
Who's the most feared?
It's going to go
Philly
nowhere.
500 is talking about his most feared player.
They've stood strong on these short. There's a McGilligan. No, Tuatuputu. Can't pronounce his name. I think the most scary defensive player I've ever seen the Eagles have to play was Lawrence Taylor. Totally scary.
Lawrence Taylor was. All right, so everybody, that's the end. We're going to kill Philly 500 here because this is garbage time here in this game.
It is garbage time because it looks like the Jets are about to score.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired. Where's Kilduff? Philadelphia's been in. He's been in. You know, Gina, he's been in, okay? Contrary to when people thought he had died.
He was on vacation.
He was on vacation. I don't know who came up with that lie and all that, but that was just wrong.
Somebody else's aunt passed away so he might have got mixed up.
So remember tomorrow, Fantasy Draft League number 3. We'll be doing that tomorrow at 3:30. My man David Wiley will be in the house. And then, of course, Sunday we'll be live streaming the Cowboys game. I got to see what time is the Washington game tomorrow?
I know Cowboys.
Hold up.
Sunday. I'm not sure when.
Wait a minute. Let me look real quick because I got to see. I know Washington plays tomorrow, and
I think they play tomorrow night.
Giants play tomorrow as well. My voice is sounding raspy right now. It sounds like I've been smoking cigarettes. It's like I've gotten the gravelly voice. Yeah. Okay, so Green Bay Buffalo is at 1 o'clock. Washington is at 6 o'clock. Okay.
I'll be back by then.
So 6 o'clock, and the Giants in New England are Sunday night football. So we got a lot of games to go. Yeah, Washington, we'll be live streaming during Washington because, we got to scout the Washington football team, see what they look like, see what their backups look like. So with that being said, y'all, you know what they say about me?
You're fired! You're fired! You're
They say I'm fired. No, actually, get your shot glass ready so we can get our shots on, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for being part of the show and everything. And I will see you, God willing, tomorrow morning. Peace out.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.